All right, didn't we piss off a wyvern? That's gonna be fun for us.
Yep. Yeah, I guess I'll do the recap today.
Yep, because I don't have anything because life. I'll turn work mode on my phone so I don't get a million messages. Is everybody still getting click clacks from the dogs, or is that nice and toned down? Okay, good.
No, your
I
background.
wasn't
Yeah,
ever
this-
picking stuff up from your dogs to begin with, hardly, unless they were like getting into it with a toy or something. Mike is hot. Woo!
Oh, so as I was saying, sexy video, sexy video.
It's not that hot. It's actually kind of cold. Makes my voice hot though.
Yeah, it sounds like. Oh,
Oh wait.
as
Hello,
I was saying,
friends.
Zero is just. Oh my god, his beard. I live for it. Amazing. Please
How
nobody
we
tell him I
doing,
said that. Oh, I'll
people?
be live.
Morning,
Hello,
everyone.
Sabi, Cerulean, Shears, Lily, everybody who's out there. We
Getting
appreciate y'all.
double
Thank y'all for
sound
being
coming
here.
through?
Why is it double sound?
Double sound. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I'm gonna
I
unmute
don't
the
know what
stream.
that means either. Maybe my headphones are too close or something. No,
It's possible my headphones are too close. I might have to turn my volume down.
I don't hear it.
Oh, did you have it us open a 2 tabs DSL? See if mine don't.
I was like, oh,
It's twice the views, y'all.
here's
It's
the thing,
fine.
y'all. Y'all have
It's
to
really
understand.
not.
Audio is the final boss when you're running a live stream. So
Always.
whenever someone says something about audio, I immediately get paranoid.
Yeah, it is the scariest boss.
Y'all go retweet, go live tweets, and host us, please.
Yeah,
Oh,
appreciate
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Do
yeah,
that
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Please do the thing.
But
I'll
again,
stream
thank
to
y'all
my
for being
18
here.
followers.
Sorry
Okay.
we're a little late. Technical difficulties and all that. Zero won't be with us today. Zero's out a little ill, but the show must go on and we're gonna have shenanigans. So as we get started here, hello. Welcome to Wayward Revelry. This is a D&D 5e campaign based on Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I am your Dungeon Master Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice. You should probably know that if you come to my channel before. So thank you for being here. First up, let's talk a little bit about our content warnings in this game. So this is a relatively light game. However, this is a live stream, therefore content that might be a little bit scary because there's a little bit of horror elements to this game. As there is Feywild, there's some player conflict that comes up, loss of character agency may happen, lies, cheats, stealing, blood, gore, anthropomorphic animals doing anthropomorphic animal things might happen. And I'm trying to think what other stuff we'd have. Swamps, water, dark and close places, claustrophobia.
Dragons that want to eat us.
And dragons that want to eat you. That's
Vampires
it.
that want to eat dragons.
Singing
No,
of
I
baby
I
sharks.
refuse to sing a baby sharks today. I've already done my damage. Thank you.
But seriously, if there's something that bothers you or makes you uncomfortable, I am trying to make sure that we get all our videos up on YouTube. We're a little behind, but I think I got through episode 6 up on there, and we're going to get the rest of them up there ASAP. But you can peruse them at your leisure. And I am getting all of the ones that are missing from the collections up on our Twitch as well. So you can watch them at either place. So that is that. Obviously, as you can see on the side of the screen, we are using Roll20 for our virtual tabletop. We'll be switching through scenes and stuff on Roll20. So that is what we're using for this game. What else? Oh, yes, our commands. So we're using PallyGG to pay our players. You can donate to everyone there. Also, if you sub to the channel or gift a sub to the channel, you can give an advantage to a player of your choice whenever you give a sub. However, if you give 10 subs, you can give me a thing to do in the game. That gives
scary.
me
Very
oops,
scary.
nope. It is subADV.
It works out really well, but also I hate it. It's
I will
amazing.
yeah, I'll pull from the deck of many things when you do that. Also, whenever you donate 300 bits, you can also give a player of your choice an advantage. If you do exclamation biddy, that should work. That's being funky. There it is.
Goes.
They get advantage on whatever roll. Doesn't matter. But once 1,500 bits have been donated, as you can see up above us over there, we're 50% to that goal. That gives me a thing that I can do. That is not the gift of the deck of many things, but something of my choice to add a little bit of flavor to the game. It's a gift of from the Shadowfell. So keep them coming. If you have it, all that goes to all the players here at the table. And so thank you ahead of time on that end of things. With that said, let's let the players introduce themselves and we'll get into the recap, and then we'll jump right into initiative as it stands. So
Sorry.
This is
Red.
fine.
Hi, I'm Red. I play Z, the way of the Weep Monk and toddler tantrum thrower of this party.
Get a little closer to your mic, dearie.
I am a writer, and I am as close as I can get. My belly is pressed into my desk edge. Oh my God. I'm a writer and DM. You can follow me on Twitter, even though I don't tweet. I will be giving a very poor recap of what happened last time in place of our better show writers this episode in a minute. So yeah.
Also, Z, you get an advantage.
Hey.
Yes.
Panda.
Hi, I'm Awkwardish Panda. I'm awkward. I'm panda-sized and I play Glix. I am our Circle of Stars Eladrin Druid.
Excellente. Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe Perez, known everywhere on the internet as Loader. I play Elofor, a Owlin rogue who kind of pissed off a black dragon. It's just Strixhaven things, really, honestly.
I would say kinda might be a slight understatement.
Let the viewers find out.
Indrani.
Hello, everybody. My name is Indrani. Welcome to my slut era. Nobody heard that because I moved away from the mic, but it's fine. I am like super caffeinated today, which is like not a thing I do. So it's gonna be great.
Thank you
right?
for the reminder.
Fabulous.
I will be playing Kismet. Kismet is the resident, always thirsty, always creepy vampire who is here to get a taste of dragon blood tonight. We'll see how that goes. I will also point out for our friends who are watching that I have no spell slots. So that's going to be fun.
Also, Saibi just gave everyone advantage again, but I'm
Thank you,
pretty
Saibi.
sure
Thank
that
you,
was just
Saibi.
a ploy to get us to 1500 because
Saibi is chaotic. Whoever
Also-
the god of chaos is, that's Saibi. Like in my head, Saibi is the
Saibi.
canon
I mean,
god of chaos in our
To
world.
be fair, Saibi's not wrong though. The dice do hate us.
This is completely
true.
accurate. I am using the pride dice and they are being homophobic.
I just
Fantastic. Thank you,
Something
Saibi.
corporation on the what?
So let's get into well, again, Zero won't be with us. However, I will be using Zero as my giant bunny suited skin mech for this game. So we'll see how that works out. So let's start with a recap. Red, take it away.
Also, the chat is asking to see your pride dice.
It's
awesome.
D&D Beyond. You can go
It's
to
the D&D Beyond Pride Dice, yeah.
Yep.
I'll pull up the link for y'all. Don't worry.
Yes. Okay, so once again, we are coming to you in the midst of a combat that we got ourselves into. As you may or may not recall, last time after sneaking into the tree that is the Herringon bandit crew's hideout, we got caught because our stealth rolls were not very stealthy. And our attempts to smooth things over with some silence and sleep spells did not go as planned. So Zero slaughtered some bunnies with some axe hits to the head, which were followed up by Ulfir. slaughtered some bunnies with some access to the head. Zero slaughtered some stuffed bunnies with some teeth to their head, as we all saw. And then Glix and I think, no, not Kismet. Kismet was casting sleep. Glix and Elifor followed up and were able to kind of dispatch some more of them before we ran into Agdon. Hype train. Thank you all so much. However, after confronting Agdon, we quickly found out that Agdon is actually a coward who doesn't really want to fight and just wants to rest on good branding to maintain control of the Harengon bandits. So he asked to speak with us privately so none of his followers would overhear, as he attempted to bargain to smooth things over by offering us a magical item that unlocks any locks and safe passage to Bavlornas. He also mentioned that there was treasure down below the tree. Conveniently forgot to mention the treasure was guarded by a black dragon wormling. And so Z and Elifor went downstairs to check it out, where Elifor promptly insulted the Black Dragon's family, himself, the size of his wingspan, his snout, and everything about him, threatening to tell on him to Elifor's bosses at Strixhaven, and has promptly engaged us in yet another fight directly after our last one. So we are currently in a kind of nasty, swampy, I don't want to say cave, but sort of like cavern-like area underneath the roots of this tree stump, mucking around in the mud and preparing to meet our makers.
To be fair, I have a
Amazing.
reason that the party will find out if we live.
That's some small comfort if we live.
Yeah,
I
they
just
mucked
cannot
around and
wait.
found out.
Boo!
God.
Boo!
Oh my
Industry.
God.
You're fired.
A very important thing.
Out of a cannon into
Saibi
the
made
sun.
a donation that was high enough last time to pull from the deck of many things. So while we were in the midst of that last fight, a massive were bunny burst down the doors of the tree to attack and bit Z, who is now cursed with lycanthropy thanks to Saibi. So if you would like to curse somebody else in this party, please, somebody else and not me, you too can make a donation to have Dimples draw from the deck of many things.
I don't think
If you
anyone in
would-
the audience knows that you were cursed with lycanthropy. We found that out after the show.
We
No, during the fight, he told me to write down that I was
Oh,
bitten and
gosh.
cursed with lycanthropy. It is in
I
all
didn't
caps
say you
on
were
my notes.
cursed. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
you
I believe our
everyone should
audience-
Cursed with
know.
I believe our
lycanthropy.
audience is smart enough to understand the
Oh, yeah.
implications of that statement.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
if you're open to writing fan fiction about lycanthropy's vampire love story, I am open to this.
Listen, I
Whoever
want to be
wants to
perfectly
make it
honest. The
happen.
first thing I heard was going back to like the whole vampire critters thing. Z's going to turn into a vampire. Kismet's going to turn Z in bunny form to a were vampire bunny, and we're going to have our
Mhm.
own version of the worst version of Underworld ever. It'll be great.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I aspire to
Oh
this.
my God. Wait, Amir, how much do people have to donate for the deck of many draw?
That is 10 gift subs.
10 gift
10
subs at
gift
once.
In
subs
one
at
go, in
once,
one
in
go.
one go,
Yep,
because
yep.
it's too hard to track all the gift subs separately, though we deeply appreciate any and all gift
Well,
subs.
it's not just that. It's partially because I don't want to pull a shitload of deck of many things pulls. So it is
it could
much
break the
limited.
game more than we already do.
Yeah, it's limited by the amount of gift subs. I don't imagine that a bunch of people are going to be dropping 10 gift subs over and over again. I mean, if you
But
want
just
to do
draw the
that,
one
but then I
that
might have to
eats your
change things
soul
again.
to somewhere in the multiverse.
I somehow feel like we all just insulted Kate Beckinsale, and I feel really bad about it because she's hot.
Those are
You're not
really
wrong.
nice.
She's also
She
one of
is.
my
She's
favorite
also- she's
rom
She's incredibly
coms.
nice.
Serendipity.
Yep.
I've never seen that movie because I'm trash.
I'm about to
Cusack,
introduce a rom.
Beckinsale.
I've never
do the
heard of that
thing.
movie, so
Red, I am so glad you're on the stream. I'm just every time
you
they
and
go,
me,
I'm like,
Johnny,
fucking
I'm
out.
like,
Yeah.
oh, thank God, I'm not the only one.
And so,
Now everyone
after
needs to roll initiative.
fighting this, starting a fight with this dragon, yes.
Thank you, hype train.
Everyone will need to roll initiative. Let me
We
pull up my encounter
Pleased
sheet.
to have control of my character so I can do that.
Oh wait, you don't have controls?
Yeah.
Have I ever had any control, self-control or otherwise?
That is an esoteric question for another time.
Not wrong.
I'm a really snarky brat this morning because I'm getting as much use out of everyone getting to hear the new microphone for the first time as possible.
Ugh,
Y'all are
I
getting this
need-
before my community gets it.
amazing. We need an
Beautiful.
ASMR stream of you just going, hello, everybody.
Is anyone else missing control of their characters? I think everybody should.
Yeah, I
don't.
can't. Nope.
Fixing that for you now. There you go.
Thank you, good
Booyaka
sir.
cha.
Okay.
And following tradition, Glix rolls like shit for initiative.
Yeah, it's weird because I got Glix's initiative on here.
Makes sense for L4. L4 is like, I'll fuck you up.
L4 was ready once the dragon started talking. What are you talking about?
L4 was like, spite me, bro, doing the like little owl thing with his head.
Oh yeah, no, he's 100% fully fluffed.
Can you guide yourself on initiative rolls asking for a friend?
No. unfortunately.
No,
You
'cause
can, but you need to be prepped for it because when
Like
I call it for
ambush
You
initiative,
did
initiative
not
or
know that we were
something.
about to get
Yeah.
into a fight. I definitely
Yeah.
pulled some
Yeah, if
shenanigans.
you were like laying an ambush, you can ready your action to give yourself guidance on the initiative. Or
Okay,
whatever,
I guess I'll live with my 7.
as opposed to an
No
8.
higher
I-
than
again,
me
I'm
with
sorry and I
my
love y'all.
3.
She's
Don't worry,
out
my-
of line, but
great.
she's right.
And don't worry, my next character will be my bard brother seeking revenge.
Oh yeah,
Gotta
we're gonna
pull
have
up
if
all
we
for your
die,
sheet. I
there's
just
like
thought
all
about
sorts
this.
of revenge arcs that are coming.
Oh,
Oh
for
my
sure.
God. If I die, I'm playing Z's partner in crime from his days as a highwayman.
Okay, I'm glad there was any crime after that, because then Kismet was gonna have her own
Kismet was
revenge
gonna
story
be
if it
so
ended at
jealous.
Because I was like, you have a partner. I have a frenemy. We also hate each other.
God
So
damn it.
yeah.
it's like Bridgerton season 2, you know. It's the best
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of love story.
Oh my God.
Spoilers, I guess, for
Why is it
Bridgerton season 2.
Didn't Johnny
They
out
fall
here
in
just
love.
spoilers?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, in Bridgerton. Never.
I'm derping. That's why. This is happening.
What are you doing?
I was trying to roll for Ulfir, and I realized I was rolling one wrong.
Oh, look at
Wow,
that.
you
No
rolled 3
spells.
initiatives for him.
Well, I was trying to figure out what the hell I was doing wrong.
Blix, you got any healing words on you today or cure wounds?
I have a couple of spell slots left, but not many.
Don't worry.
gonna be-
Z
try to get this
always
thing
has
focused on
his
me.
fists, but he has no key points left.
I have 3. I think I have 3 spell slots left. I'm still in starry form though, so I get a little extra something for damage.
Yeah, you Artemis that shit up. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I'm still full on Artemis mode. Like it's literally
I
Glix. Only
love
all of her is turned into stars.
This is going to be fantastic, by the way.
I believe
Can
I
just
believe in
say
the power
this?
of friendship.
I have 1 second level and I have 3 first level slots
I
left.
rolled 18 for the
So I
dragon.
have
This is gonna be
emergency.
fun.
I have emergency help.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
Thank you. So let's order our initiative. So, Alifor, you started this fight.
Yup.
You're ready.
Cool. First things first, bonus action, insight check, doing insightful fighting.
Yep.
That is a 21. It needs to make a deception check against that contested.
Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
5.
Fantastic. I get advantage for the entire fight. Yeah, you have
Amazing.
Oh,
I
poor
love
Flip.
that for us.
I listen, I have played this character for very, very non-combat stuff. You haven't seen murder yet. All right. Movement 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Stabby. Where's my buttons? I have buttons, I assure you.
I mean, you
I
said
assume a
he
23
pressed,
hits.
A 23 will certainly hit.
Okay.
All right, do your damage. Let's go.
9 points of damage as I stab this thing in its butt.
Fantastic. And
Not the butt stab.
How many licks does it take to get to the
damage.
center of a black dragon? Woohoo!
God. I like how you
At least
paired that with
ask them out
stabbing
to
him in the
dinner
butt.
first.
Oh my god.
Panda, I love the hoodie, by the way. It
Thank
is
you.
very cute.
It
All
is
right.
so cute.
Buy them on Public.
Anything else, Elafor, after you stab this dragon?
No,
with
that
your
was
rapier?
my bonus action, and that was my attack action. So that is all I currently have.
All right. Next.
Fuck me up, Daddy. Let's go.
Oh my god.
So
That's gonna haunt me.
So
The
this is
dragon-
how today's gonna be.
the
I told
dragon
you I was-
looks at you and says,
It all makes sense.
Uh,
Elafor has a dragon kink. That's why he started this.
"Oh my god."
I mean,
You know
We'll
what?
talk about that
though?
later.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Also,
Thank
you
you.
pointed out my hoodie, and I realized my camera was reversed.
I wonder what the hell that was because I looked over and at the corner of my eye, it felt like something flickered. Okay. The dragon is going to not immediately attack you, Elafor, because you see,
Okay.
Breath weapon.
Uh,
This whole clump of
yeah.
us.
yeah,
All right.
there's a few of you that happen to be in its area of attack. So
I'm
It's
so
been
mad
fun,
I put
everybody.
my elemental absorption away for this fight. I put it away, not expecting to need it today. When
Sorry.
we slept.
Of all the things that I expected would happen during this this scouting mission, fighting a dragon was
It
not
was
on
not
that list.
my fault.
No, this
Believe
was
it
definitely not. For once, this was really not Z's fault.
Listen, again,
Z
I will
did
explain
not
later.
make the noise that caused them to brownies to start hearing us. Z tried to stick with the plan. Z didn't get the fight with the dragon.
Z was the poster child of like perfect plan execution today, and everybody else was like, you know what? Never mind that.
So because this is a line, only two of you are actually going to have to.
Oh,
worry
thank
about
God. Who?
this. Is
Who?
going to be Z and Glix.
Yeah.
So I need y'all both to make me DC 11 deck saves.
I believe in you. You have advantage.
Have
You
advantage.
Oh, I have
advantage.
advantage. Yep, I'm using
Now
Yeah.
is
that.
the time to
Advantage.
use it.
Okay.
It's a
saved.
wormling. How high could the DC be?
Oh, well, there we go.
It's 11.
13.
yeah.
Whew.
I mean, Dimbles told us it was 11.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 11.
Thank you to DSO.
Thank you,
for
Saibi.
saving me.
Thank you, Sadie.
Maybe you are the.
You
Oh
might
my
have
fucking
saved
God.
So y'all take
Absolutely
that.
not. Holy shit, what are
That's
those
not a bad roll
rolls?
at all.
Boy, it's a good thing I had advantage because Glix would be dead right now.
It's a
So y'all
good
both take
thing.
14 acid
Oh.
damage.
I'm at 10 HP. So sad.
Yo,
And-
we're
Sorry.
This is
We're
not
dead.
good.
Quickly, beat the shit out of this dragon and take his treasure.
Yeah. Yep. Murder dragon.
Now,
I mean,
how-
we have the
Stormy's
advantage in
gonna
terms
fucking
of-
kill y'all. You know
just
that,
an
right?
FYI, for those who don't have dark vision, how are y'all seeing in this darkness?
We had
The entire room is
Again?
bright light because
Z
I'm in
lit up a
celestial
torch.
form.
And
no.
then
Glix's bright
That's what
light.
I was
because
just
of her
trying to
thing.
make
I'm
sure.
bright
I
light
couldn't
for 30
remember.
for like 30 yards or so. It's huge. Like it's a huge radius. I am a big bright glowy orb.
Cool.
I am the
I
fucking
just-
sun in this room.
You're
Yeah.
always the fucking sun in the room.
Next up
If it's
is
30
Z.
feet, though.
It
Okay.
was 30 feet.
Come on, Z.
Well, I don't like this, so I'm gonna run up here. And I'm just gonna say I did not start this as I run up because he feels like he has to defend himself anytime he runs into combat at the start of it. He's like, it was Elafor's fault. And I will punch because that is all I can do.
10-foot radius on celestial form, by the way.
10 foot. Well, that was
Yep.
like yards or something, but it's still it's bright light and then it's dim light after that. So
Yep. So you don't have to take disadvantage, Z.
Okay. So I will unarmed strike and unarmed strike because I can.
First one hits.
Okay. 7.
All right. And the dragon sort of roars because now it's sort of pincered between the two of you, and is trying to decide who to attack or whether to move away from the treasure. Because there is a little space to get into the air if it needed to. Not a lot, but because it's not a larger dragon, it could move.
Yeah.
Anything
Also,
else?
with his free action, his bonus action, Z looks over to the treasure. Is it mostly just like gold, or are there like objects and stuff in
There's
here?
gold, there's objects, there's all kinds of shit.
Oh yes, Z wants this. Okay. Cool.
Is that everything for you, Z?
I guess I have a little bit of movement left. I'll just shift over to there.
Okay.
So I'm
You
more
don't-
behind him.
You don't have any
Can I
bonus
move
actions?
I know because I
You used
don't
all your
have
key
any
points, didn't
key
you?
points.
Uh-huh.
So I can't do flurry of blows or anything like that. Yeah.
Cool beans.
Oh, bonus action druid craft a flower. I don't know. Like, what am I gonna do?
It is Ulfir's turn. I believe.
You gotta do the voice, Dimples.
I am a sleepy large person who is about to rage mode and fuck up a dragon. And a
Technically,
fight
he
that
still
I
looks
did
like a
not
rabbit,
start.
by the way.
Yeah, he's
I'm
still
sure
That's
Zero
true.
has
1
notes,
foot
but that's pretty good. That's
I'm pretty sure
Uh,
he's like, I am the bunny god.
I
here
am
to
the
keep
bunny
them
god, and
safe."
you have ruined my people.
So y'all are wild.
Sorry.
We're going to rage for bonus action. That's the last rage that is here. And then looking here. I've never ran this sort of barbarian, so I'm looking at how this works. No, we're just gonna smash this thing with a great axe.
He's a shifter, right? He has some abilities if he shifts.
Yeah, but right now that would be more effective to hit with an axe. If it hit,
Gotcha.
which it does not.
Oof.
And
Dice are cursed.
yeah, that doesn't really leave anything for him to do. So Kismet.
Whoa, okay. Kismet, for a moment, holds her hand up to see if she can summon any ounce of magic. But it seems like the Raven Queen has abandoned me for now. So she's
You
like, "Ah,
got
fuck that."
cantrips.
I am going to take my flail of locks out, and it's gonna jangle as I move towards the wormling, and I'm going to go hit it with my.
wait, how does that go again?
Jingle jangle. I appreciate this
So where are you
so
moving
much.
to? Next to
Thank
Ulfir or next to Z? I'm going to assume next to Z.
Wait, I I want to spread out. Can I go here? Like,
Oh,
I don't want.
move where you want to.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's it. You have enough movement.
Yeah, I'll do that. All right. I am going to try to hit it. Wait, that's just. How dare you? Honestly, how dare you? I'm gonna use luck. Like, fuck you. Truly. I fucking hate you. But it's fine. Is this 14 hate?
It does not.
Ah!
That does
My
not
luck
hit.
gotta have one luck left. I
Nice.
hate this.
Nice haters.
The dice
Can I do a bonus
are-
action? I cannot do
Yeah.
a bonus action. This is
what do you
fine.
have for bonus actions?
Nothing that's good enough.
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna have fucking words with Elephor after this. You just wait.
Glicks.
I'm gonna look at Elafor and be like, dude, the fuck, and I'm gonna cast Entangle on the worm. Hopefully,
On L4. Like, here, have it. Have
the
a snack,
temptation is
bye.
very real. So he has to make a DC 13 strength save or be restrained.
Okay.
This is one of those situations where I'm like, Loader, I love you, but Elephor, what the fuck?
Mhm.
That's the
Y'all will feel differently when we talk. I guarantee it.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure
It's-
there is like an amazing in-character reason for this.
Oh, he is entangled. He actually failed
The
that.
dragon is
shit.
entangled. She is entangled.
She is entangled.
Mm-hmm.
Which means they are restrained. Remind me again what restrained does here. I gotta look
Movement
it
is
up.
reduced to 0.
Do they have any like
I believe, if I remember correctly, attack rolls against a creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, and they have disadvantage on saving throws. It's been a hot minute, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Does that affect us too? Because it's an area, 20
Yep.
foot square area. So we all have to make throws?
Depending on where it's centered.
I would try to center it to hit as few people as possible, but be like on the dragon.
I feel like you're at least gonna hit 2 of us, right?
Probably.
Or just if you do it here.
Oh no, it's
then you
gonna hit
probably just
everybody.
get-
There's
oh,
really not.
Okay.
I mean, what?
The room's small.
Yeah, it's too small. Yeah, it's gonna hit everybody.
Sorry.
Is it deck save?
It's gonna hit Glex
Strength.
It's
too.
a strength shave.
Strength
Yeah, so
save.
no
Not
bonuses.
hit
I have a minus
speed.
two
I'm
to
far
Attacks
enough
have
away.
advantage. This rolls has disadvantage and disadvantage on deck saves if you fail this.
Oh, I succeed.
Oh, I didn't get any of my feeding benefits from biting into the bear bunny, right?
Yeah. Because it was nasty blood. You had to spit it out, remember?
Yeah. But did it use up my fanged bite? Because I get to do that twice per long rest. Does it use it up?
It did.
Fuck. You're killing me. Like
Sorry.
literally.
All fear saved.
I'm sorry. I'm
Kismet
sorry.
did not.
Okay, and then bonus action, I'm gonna starry form archer and I'm gonna shoot it, which I get advantage on because it's restrained.
Wait, weren't you already in starry form?
Yeah, no, I have advantage. I'm already in starry form. That's my
Oh.
bonus action is to
Oh,
cast
okay,
this
gotcha.
is to cast the arrow. It's an action to start starry form to wild shape, and then it's a bonus action to use the attack per D&D Beyond.
Okay.
So, da-da-da-da-da. I'm gonna assume a 19, whatever the
That's a
24
24.
hits.
It hits.
Yeah. Okay. It takes 9 radiant damage.
Woo.
Excited to spectate the rest of this match.
Spice.
See. All right. This dragon is looking a quite a bit hurt. Anything else, Glicks?
I'm just gonna be like, can we stop now? Like, I didn't sign up to fight dragons. And I'm just gonna
Little
leave it at
too
that.
late for that. So I'm restrained. My speed is 0, no bonus. Okay,
You
so it has
have
advantage to
disadvantage
attack
in it.
me.
But it cancels out.
Yeah, it would be
because-
a straight roll because you would have advantage against the dragon, disadvantage.
Yeah. And I have this. Can I save like end of my turns, or is it just until the spell ends? I'm restrained.
I will go double check.
I think
you can try to get out of it as your action or something.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's the case.
Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting at a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground and area into difficult terrain. You have to succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained. A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against the spell save DC.
Yep.
So you can use your action to try to save against it. You need a DC 13 or better.
Cool. Alipor.
All right. Stabby, stabby. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Bravo.
I can't. You automatically kill this at that much damage. How
Okay.
do you want to do this?
In Draconic, all you had to do was stand down and go home. So now I'm going to send you there anyway. And I pierce its heart.
Ooh.
And as you pierce its heart, you hear just an awful
Loop.
and then it flumps to the ground. The roar seems to resonate outside of the tree. It almost shake its roots to. You could tell that for miles something would have heard this, for whatever that's worth. But this dragon
Pretty close to the hut.
is very much dead.
Well, that happened.
It had to. Black dragons corrupt everything around them. When they decide to make something their home, they turn it into a perversion of itself. There was no choice. This
Right.
place to heal the dragon could not be here. It is not of this land.
I'm just gonna
And
to cover our asses, just guiding bolt the dead dragon to do some radiant damage. Because sorry, sacred flame, because I can't guiding bolt it.
So you're getting rid of the dragon's remains with sacred flames.
Yes, because I don't
Perfect.
want it to heal back up or some bullshit. So just radiant damage to stop
He's
all of that
already
from
digging
happening.
for the treasure because he's like, who knows if people are coming? Like, we should start looking and maybe leave.
Well, the dragon starts to cook and then disintegrate.
Before that's happening, I'm gonna walk over. I'm assuming there's some dragon blood there. I'll just take a little
certainly.
bit with my finger and just go. And then I'll sacred flame it.
Roll
Have a
me
little
a
lick first.
con saving throw.
Sure.
Welp. In today's issue of And They Found Out.
Indeed.
I feel like she would.
It makes sense. I'm just gonna hole burn through your tongue.
Yeah, it's all
you
good.
take 19 acid damage.
See Kismet double on go, just start coughing. He's like, that does not taste good. Oh my god. Oh, and pat her chest a few times.
Yeah, Kismet, that was a bad choice. This thing, you just got told it corrupts everything. It spit acid at your party, and then you drink its blood.
How often do you get to try dragon blood? She just had to. She did it.
Honestly, if it didn't try to eat through your tongue, it would have been delicious.
Yeah. That's what I'll tell myself.
Man, it
Probably
was a
the best
xenomorph.
blood you ever had.
Yeah. You see as I'm coughing, you see slight burn marks appear over my body. I'm like, that don't do that. I don't recommend anybody doing that. I know some of you are hurt, but I'm tired and cannot help. So perhaps we should do our business and rest.
I would agree.
Z, roll me an investigation check.
I'll guide Z.
Oh, yes. $11.
So Z,
Are there unicorn toys? Just kidding. What looks interesting in here? He's looking for anything interesting.
yeah,
Doozy.
mostly it's gold and gems. Several different types of gems. Which is great because Z likes shinies.
Any of them cut interestingly, or are they all boring?
What do you mean by cut instantly?
Interestingly, like are in like a shape that's like not just like a, like here's an emerald cut, like made to look like something. Like he does like shiny things, but like
there are several different and in various different shapes. Like there's a crystal figure made to be shaped like a tiny fairy. You don't know how much it's worth, but it looks pretty dope. There's also a cut diamond, a very large one actually.
He's stacking things. He's going through. He's stacking things up, like pushing gold over, putting all the gems in a little pile. Like what is Z gonna do with the cut diamonds? Like whatever. The fairy looks cool.
You see Kismat like walk over. She finds the diamond.
I mean, I'm putting the gems in a pile, so you can go through the gem pile if you want it.
There's one very interesting thing you see, Z, and you needed a 10 to do this. There is a bracelet. It has a black opal inside of it. And the bracelet looks rather large. However, once you pick it up, it looks like it was on maybe on this dragon or on a large creature. But when you pick it up, it shrinks down to the size of your wrist. And you have a feeling, just looking at it, that it would be the size of anyone's wrist.
Yeah. Z puts it on.
Do I clock this? Do I just see Z?
You're picking up a diamond.
What's your passive perception?
It's pretty decent.
My passive is 19 too. Just throwing that out
17.
Glix?
Mine is trash, so it's 15.
No, that's good enough. All of you see this.
Wait. It could be cursed. I mean, aren't we cursed enough? You want to?
You don't know. It could be awesome.
That's my point. We don't.
It's magic.
I'm usually all for. Okay, you can have it. Can I just? Perhaps we could figure out what it does before you do that.
Z's like holding it like
it's yours. I don't even want it. I pick up the diamond.
I think the more appropriate question is: can any of us identify magic items?
I can tell you if it is magic, but obviously, I mean, it changes size based on who's wearing it. It's obviously something that you have to spend some time with.
You don't have to question if it's magic or not.
I don't know what it does. And if Z wants a curse bracelet, Z can have a curse bracelet.
Yep, fair enough.
To lay down.
I cannot.
I cast Cure Wounds on myself because I need it like real bad.
Yes. Fair
I
enough.
can't identify it, but could I tell if it's got evil vibes to it? Like, can I tell if it's evil or good? Like, does it seem malicious?
Unless you could actually like get in and time to either attune yourself to it or identify it, you will not be able to tell.
Oh,
I'm going to take a glance over the pile too and just see if Z missed anything.
Z missed a lot. Digging through this stuff. There is
Can I assist Elafor and give him advantage so he can see what he can find?
Sure. But I'll say this, Elafor, yeah, you don't need a high roll, but go for it. Another investigation check.
Minimum I can roll is an 8, so it'll be a 12, thanks to class features.
And okay, cool. Like I said, it's not a hard check. 10 is what you're looking for. So there is 1,000 copper that you can take, 650 silver, and another 50 gold.
Nice.
There are 3 small hematites. And let me do this. All right.
What the hell is a hematite?
Why do y'all get so paranoid when I roll?
Have
I
you
know.
met you?
Yeah. What kind of
Have you
question is
met
that?
you? That's like the best
4
question.
black dragon wormlings that erupt from the pile of gold to eat her face. Just
Are they a
kidding.
baby? Because I will adopt a wormling baby.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. This is
Yeah,
our
just kind of like I'm basically found like a mossy place to sit down because Glix is pretty beat up.
It's starting to smell better in here.
Yeah. Elafor, did you see any moonstones in that pile that didn't get corroded by acid?
No, I have noticed 3 small hematites though.
No, thank you. But thanks.
And that's
for
on top
checking.
of the diamond that's in here.
Can I pick up the diamond and ascertain if it's good enough for some certain
As a
types,
spell
types of
component?
spells? Yeah.
Roll me Arcana.
Sure.
DC 12 is what you're looking for.
22.
It absolutely is.
Awesome. I'm like, I hold this up and I say, this alone has made this whole thing worth it. And I put it away.
I look
also-
at like my skin falling off because I have taken so much acid damage, and I'm like, okay.
We will take a rest.
I start
Yeah.
climbing the stairs to go
Yeah,
upstairs.
there are several trinkets as well. That's what I was rolling the D4 for. I'm going to list those in the chat for the game. Give me just a moment. What, 80 and 63.
If no one actually offered a solution for figuring out what the bracelet does, they will have put
got it.
on.
Yeah.
I have detect evil and good, or detect, I don't know. Yeah, detect evil and good. It can let, like, I can
You
figure
have
out if
spell slots for that?
no. I mean, we can hold on to it and not wear it
Oh, Z does
until I
not
can
have
cast.
patience.
So y'all
Take
got
the fucking
trinkets
whistle out.
of those things: a large iron fingernail, a 1 inch square, 1 square inch painting, or 1 inch square painting of a sleeping elf, a black executioner's hood that is made for the size of like a pixie or a sprite, and a glossy mushroom with a red bell-shaped cap that jingles when you shake it.
Oh,
I love that. What is that?
that means that they probably ate some red caps.
So there you go. That is all of the treasure that you're able to find in this space.
Okay. Let us leave this place.
Okay. Hey, Z.
Hmm.
Z, listen.
Hmm.
I have a proposition.
What?
Just,
Z is like turning the bracelet over. Hmm.
just. You know how earlier you told me that, and she pauses for a second, trying to remember what he said, but can't remember. So she's like, you know how you told me that you trust me implicitly?
What?
Yeah, you said that, right?
Remember that?
Okay, well, you use different words, but that's what you meant. But because you trust me implicitly, trust me when I say that that could be cursed, and I can figure out if it's cursed or not. And once we know that it's not cursed, you can have it. It's yours.
Probably not cursed.
Probably is not good at. See, look at us. Look at Glix. Her skin is falling off. All right.
His skin is also falling off. He's at
Yeah,
less than half hit points.
Yeah, look at you. Look at me. Although mine was mostly my fault, but look at you. All right.
Yours was mostly. It's like
I just don't want to lose you. Is that so hard to like? Do you need to make me say
can
it?
Kizbot make a persuasion check?
Sure.
Or something to see how persuaded she is. 17. Okay. Because he's like, well, how long does it take?
Well,
I
if
really
we
want to
rest-
put it on. I want to know
Yeah,
what it does.
Okay, if you rest, I could do it in like 30 minutes, an hour tops. And then it's yours. If it's not cursed.
Well, what if it's cursed? I still want it.
Just don't wear it if it's cursed. Look, as someone who is cursed, it's not fun.
Fine. See, like does like a little tiny stomp, like a not really about you, like the effort of like waiting for this because he really wants to put it on and know what it does.
I imagine you like slowly holding it out and Z like Kisma just gonna go reach out.
No,
and
Z's
snap
not
it.
giving it to you. He's holding on to it until you can cast the thing. He's
Okay.
not putting it on. He's just holding it with both of his hands like this, like it's
Okay,
his
just don't wear it.
precious
please.
treasure. Fine.
You can hold on to the treasure, Z, but wearing it is probably a bad idea.
I'll wait for 30 minutes.
An hour
No.
tops. That's what I said.
You said 30 minutes an hour tops. He's like, oh my God, he wants to put it on so bad. He wants
So-
to know.
Are y'all
let 'em
leaving
put the
this
break.
place and going to take a short rest?
I'm already
or long
upstairs. I'm
rest?
already
Yeah.
started walking out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, Z
Can
wants
we
a
do
short
long rest?
Yeah, we need a nap.
Do we
Nap.
trust the bunnies? Z doesn't
I'm not
trust the
taking
bunnies.
I'm not taking a nap here. I'm leaving the tree.
Yeah, let's just go.
I don't trust one.
I will say
ounce
this.
of it.
You know you can leave through the tollway. Y'all have an agreement to head towards Downfall. You can leave through the tollway.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
that's-
that's what I would be doing is going out the front door and leaving through the tollway and headed sort of towards Downfall, and then I'm going to look for a safe place that is dry where we can put the tent up.
And as you get upstairs, you'll see the dryad that was with you all earlier that y'all helped get out of that place. And she asks Ulfir something, basically asking if Ulfir could be a little bit of an escort, because things still might be dangerous. Because while y'all have a deal, the Dryad does not have a deal. Now, Acton clearly said he doesn't have an issue with this Dryad, and it doesn't seem like the other Harengon do, but making your way all the way to the various different places, it might not take that much time, but it still could be dangerous. And so Ulfir agrees, and we'll catch up with y'all in Downfall.
As Ulfir is walking away, I run up and I give Ulfir a hug and say, if you get lost, and I take out that little vial of Ulfir's blood, I'll say, I'll find you.
The most wholesome use of vampire creepiness.
Yeah. And then I let him go.
The hug happens back. He shifts from giant, terrifying bunny shape, and then walks out.
Is here the Dryad, either of them injured at all?
Ulfir is in pretty damn good shape.
Okay.
Y'all
Is the Dryad
are,
okay?
yeah, the Dryad's fine.
I'm just
y'all are
making
in
sure
good
that they
shape.
don't need
And
any
the
healing
Dryad-
before they go. So
Also has cure wounds and stuff. So
Cool.
Do we want to use L4's impromptu house to rest
Is it,
in?
has it been 3 days?
It hasn't been 3 days. We're gonna
It's
need
not
to
been
use
3
the tent.
days.
Forgot about that. My bad.
That's okay.
So we just need to find a dry place outside that's flat enough where we can pop the tent open. I've got that. So
When you get outside, actually, you notice that it is cleaned up quite a bit in the air out here. It's not as smoggy. It is still smoggy, but it's just not as like slimy and gross as it was, as the OLs have been cleaned over in this area, and the dragon's corruption is not still happening in there. It is happening relatively fast. Now that might mean that time moves differently over here or various other reasons, but it is starting to clear up.
I look at L4 and I say, you made the right decision. Though maybe a little bit of a heads up next time.
That he was going to try to dominate us like he did the rabbits. That's what he was saying in Draconic.
Right.
There unfortunately wasn't much time to prep everybody, and I apologize profusely for that. I really do. Please know that if I had any choice, I would have not been so brash. Not anymore. Not now.
It's fine. It was kind of fun. I did think that we would all die. Well, I'm not sure if I can die, but whatever the equivalent is. But I'm glad we didn't. And in hindsight, it's pretty fun, so don't worry about it.
I was only a wormling.
Right.
only
It tasted so bad.
And you,
What the fuck was up with that?
as Elafor says that, you just see like he's trying to play it off as if it's like, you know, a whistle, like it didn't matter, but he definitely did not like doing that.
Yeah, as soon as we get outside and we start headed towards where we suspect downfall's going to be, because obviously we kind of know the direction, but things get weird
Yeah.
here, and it's also Glix. She's going to put the tent down and open it.
Sweet.
How far do we have to go? How long have we been walking?
You probably have to walk to get off of the tollway area and towards like the border where downfall starts. Probably about a half-hour walk.
Okay. So
Z the whole time has his head down and is just sort of like fidgeting with the bracelet. And when we finally get to her pitching the tent, he says, "Can I put it on now? Has it been a half hour?"
No. I rest and then a half hour after that.
You said a half hour.
She very clearly said she needed to rest first. We're all
Z, are you
kinda
still
tapped.
holding this in your hand?
Yeah, he's been
Fucking
holding it
Z.
the whole time.
Holy shit.
Roll
He
me
did
a
not put it on his
Constitution
arm,
saving
but-
throw.
Okay.
This is fine.
Z, this thing is starting to burn a little bit as you hold it.
He like puts his hands into his jacket and is like holding it through the jacket. You know, like he just pulls his arms back, but he doesn't want to let go of it.
Can I smell the
Uh,
burning flesh?
Can I get perception checks or arcana checks from all of you? Either one.
Perception.
One of the two.
That's a 13 for me. Elafor's too sad to notice, probably.
It's a 10 for
Only
me, and I
Kismet
probably am
is
not noticing because I just don't
paying
care.
attention.
I think
Kismet
Glix
is
doesn't give a
onto your
shit.
fucking bullshit.
Kismet, I think this is the thing that you'd notice. And because you know a little bit about supernatural beings, this sort of clicks with you. This thing has a silver filigree around it. And you notice that Z cannot really hold it in a hand for too long.
Right.
Z has shifted it from hand to hand to putting the hand over the jacket.
Yeah. I look at Z and I say, "How are you doing?" I see you're not
Fine.
holding it in your hands anymore.
Fine.
Uh-huh. It's all good? Doesn't hurt?
Yes. It's mine. I want it.
Okay. Do you see the patterns on it? Look
Yeah.
closely. It's
Yep.
silver.
She has
You know
been
what that
staring at it
means?
this whole time. What about
It
it?
means you're kind of sort of allergic to it.
Has he ever been allergic to silver before?
Absolutely not.
I'm not allergic to silver. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it doesn't hurt, you can hold on to it. I just need to rest.
Okay.
Okay.
So he just keeps holding it with his gloved hands by his jacket arms and follows
As
along.
Kismet is like, Kismet doesn't need to sleep to rest. She's just like hovering around Z while she's resting. Okay. And she's just like, it doesn't hurt, right?
No.
Okay, good to know.
I'm gonna pop the tent open. Is there like a someplace to get clean water close by?
Roll me a survival check.
Okay. I'm pretty good at those. 17.
Yes. Yes, based on y'all cleaning the OLs, you're pretty sure you can get some clean water around here.
I
Or
would
at least
wanna-
water that you could filter.
Yeah, I would want to fill up my water skin with clean water, and I would like to filter out some water to get cleaned up, like wash the acid off my clothes, start getting cleaned up, because one, Glix hates being dirty, like hates it. So she's gonna want to like clean up and then
Unless Stormy
chill
is
in the
around.
tent and get some food and like clean up her clothes, and then just she's gonna curl up on a cot with baby and just she's not talking to anybody. She's tapped, she is very injured, and she's just gonna curl up with the dog in a corner.
Yeah.
We're on day 4 or 5. 4, right?
4.
Okay.
Mm.
Which means your
Now-
thing should reboot tomorrow, but we have I have to keep track for baby.
Now, we'll say this. As y'all are approaching where, the tollway ends and there's a little bit of space before you reach the area of Downfall. Downfall is still murky and gross. You can, like, it is almost like a wall of,
Like when you can see the rain
Smog.
coming in Florida.
yeah, it's that sort of thing. Exactly. It is just like that. So you know exactly where you should stop, where you could get water that is still okay before you get there. But once you go into here that you're going to be dealing with a different sort of animal. And for mechanics' sake, your visibility will be 20 feet.
Once we enter.
Yep.
Got it.
Does that include those of us with dark vision?
The dark vision will not affect this.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep.
Just so I know what I need to, because once we sleep, we're gonna have to talk about what our plan is.
I think that if we wanted to approach the hag, we should probably clear the area out a bit before we do that. I just have a weird feeling that she might be stronger if.
Oh, I'm open to ideas as to how we do that.
Well, I believe
That's just-
we may have to wait for Alfia before we start really
Absolutely.
going that route. Are there loose ends that we need to tie up before we start making headway into there, though?
Yes. Jingle
don't-
Jangle needs the truffles back.
Oh, we could go see Jingle Jangle. That would be nice.
Why don't you rest first, all right? Save your energy.
Yeah, so Glix is probably gonna like pull out something really small out of her pack to nibble on, like food wise, or she'll pop one of the good berries or something, and then she's,
Sure.
matter of fact, that's probably what she would do. She would pop a good berry because she probably doesn't have much energy for anything else, and then she's gonna like hug her pack like real close to her and like lay on baby.
Is anyone else eating or doing anything before you take your long rest?
I just thought we were
I-
taking a short rest, but
No, I want to take a short rest, regain 1 spell slot, use it, and then take my long rest. So I'm not wasting a spell slot tomorrow.
You can
Or
absolutely do
after.
that. That's fine.
I'll try to keep
Uh,
watch. I only have to like rest for 4 hours. I don't actually need to sleep.
Yeah,
and
you
while
need
she's
to-
laying there, like her hair like is coming unbraided, and you're watching stuff disappear because she uses Druidcraft for all of her stuff. So her hair braids are just like falling out and everything's disappearing out of it while she's just like, because laying on
Nice.
stones is not comfortable.
Yeah.
I-
Go ahead.
While I'll keep watch as well, and while I'm doing that, Ella4, as we've already established, has a nasty tendency of making drawings and writing about everything that happens. So he's definitely journaling for the day. But when he thinks nobody is looking, he draws a picture of Glix resplendent in her celestial form and sneaks it under her head so that when she wakes up, it's there waiting for her.
Oh,
And that would have dropped right about at the same time that I popped the tent. I would have dropped it because that would have been my 1 hour just about.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I get it for 2, but I would have dropped it before I went to sleep.
Bismuth was awake the whole time. Just from
Yeah.
the distance, like going.
Z is just short resting and fidgeting because he doesn't want to go to sleep till he can put his bracelet on. So he's just like sitting there, like, is it ready yet? To
So I
kiss
guess
Mott.
did we see Z get bitten?
several
don't-
of you.
I wouldn't have because I was focused on trying to find out what was going on, why I all of a sudden couldn't see Agdon.
Yeah, I mean, there were several of you in the room where Z got bitten.
You're
And
gonna make me start singing Hamilton. Stop.
it was
Relaford was in the room for sure because he came back to stab the bunny that was
So-
in the middle of the room.
The reason I'm asking is as I'm taking note of the events of the day and I get to that portion, we've already established my history as sort of like an arcana, like multiplanar traveler. Would I know of any potential danger from that 2Z, or what would I roll potentially to see if I would
Arcana.
have an
Help wear
inkling?
bunnies.
Could I
Arcana
also
for
join in
sure.
on that role?
I am going to burn my advantage that was given to me on this.
Do you want to roll first?
Yeah, I think this would be 2 separate roles for you two for this.
Okay.
Wow, holy shit. Dice cursed.
Cursed as fuck.
Yikes! What the hell?
You
Medicine
try
or
to
You
Arcana?
D&D Beyond.
puzzle through your mind, but like outside of like,
Yeah.
folk tales,
Guidance.
you can't really think of anything, and you can't take a lot of the folk tales too
Yeah.
seriously.
For those of you at home, if you missed, I rolled a pair of 3s with advantage.
Yeah.
I feel like you should get a
I
gift
rolled.
because they were both 3s.
On the other hand,
19.
yeah. So when you were changed into a Damphir, you started looking into, supernaturally turned creatures, and through your research, you came across lycanthropy. There are stories of people changing with the moon, or changing with the tides, or changing at will.
Oh no, am I a lycanthrope?
However, a very common thread that you see with lycanthropic creatures is that they often lose their sense of self when they turn into these other creatures. And they can become dangerous to others around them. Generally speaking, they do hunting of other creatures to feed off of, not generally humans, because much like any evolutionary thing that happens, self-preservation matters, and humans tend to hunt down turned, or humanoids tend to hunt down turned or supernatural creatures.
Do I know if now can I put the silver plus lycanthropy together and be like, ah, fuck?
Yes. Z will not be able to wear this thing.
Yeah. Do I?
Part of me
I'm
says you
gonna
should
rack.
tell you that they should put it on and then watch what happens.
Um, because of my extensive research into bodies changing and turning because of supernatural effects, do I know if there's a way to stop the process of lycanthropy? I know with my vampirism, it was too late by the time I woke up to have done anything about it. But do I know if there's enough time to
So
like
the difference
make sure
between you as a Damphir is you're a between creature. You are
yeah.
not fully turned into a vampire. Lycanthropes are not a between creature. They are lycanthrope once it is set in. However, it is a curse, and curses can be removed.
Okay. All right. I'm just like, again, Kismet does not need sleep. And this is all going through her head while she's resting. So you see her like first pacing around, and as like in her mind palace, things are coming together. Instead of like pacing around, she just walks one way and then like almost starts to walk up the side of the tent and then just drops down and stops and like looks back at Z like,
Z is not paying attention. He's just looking at his bracelet.
yeah. She pauses for a minute and sort of tries to see if there's any particular spells that she knows to lift curses. And I don't even know if I'm like high level enough to be able to do that. Do I know what sort of spell I would need to be able to lift the curse? Would it be like remove curse, or can I do something?
Yeah, it would be remove curse.
All right, nothing lower than that would work, right? Like lesser restoration would probably not be good enough.
No.
Okay. Hazy, she's gonna walk
ready now?
over. Yeah. Hey, you were bitten, right? Earlier.
Yeah. He sort of like looks at his arm. It's fine. He still looks like shit. It's like it's
Got one
fine.
rabbit ear already flopping in the.
Fucking amazing. She like adjusts her neck a little bit so you can see the sort of piercing marks on her neck. She says, you know, when some do you know what lycanthropy is?
Does he know what lycanthropy is?
Roll me a history check, Z.
I'll guide Z.
10 is what you're. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you know it in a sense of like
Big
stories.
Sense. Yeah.
But you would like Z would almost think that like when Glix turns into like a cat, that's the same thing. A druid, a lycanthrope, it's all the same to you.
Yeah. You turn into stuff. Yeah. What about it?
No. Yeah, but it's like you don't have a choice when it happens. And I feel like it makes sense now. The silver lycanthropes, they are allergic to silver, and you were bitten, and that's why you can't.
I'm not allergic to silver.
Yeah, you're not. See, and I'll like reach out and like grab Z's hand and hold it up. And I'm assuming there's like some remnants of like
Oh yeah,
little burn marks.
There's little burn marks.
Well, maybe it's just the bracelet.
Is Elafor asleep?
I mean, if there was no reason for me to stay up or be on watch if everybody else is, I would just wait for my shift. So I'd be asleep until it was my turn to be on watch.
Does Elafor have like a silver dagger on him?
I know. Well, here's the thing. Y'all picked up and y'all loot a bunch of silver coins.
Yes. Yep.
50 silver
we
coins.
did.
Z doesn't care about the money though, because he's a fairy. So
Yeah.
he's like, whatever. He didn't
Can
pick it
I
up.
take one of the silver coins? I don't know who kept it because I didn't pick up anything.
I mean, for the sake of argument, let's just say we split up because I can't carry 1,000 copper.
Sure.
There's no way in hell.
It's
Yeah.
650 silver pieces that y'all got.
I take one of this, like I take a handful of silver pieces and I hold it out. I'm like, here. grab
Z
it for
takes
self.
it.
Z, roll me another Constitution save.
17.
Z, you're able to hold this thing. It is for a few seconds, you're able to just like grip it and you're like, nothing's wrong, nothing's wrong. But after about 10 seconds, it starts to burn a little bit and you kind of have to grit your teeth to just even be able to still hold it.
It's fine. Can I put it on now? Like he still wants this.
It's gonna hurt. You can't. You're cursed now. Do you understand?
To not wear the bracelet?
No, you're a fuck. Oh my god. See. Yeah, to not wear the bracelet. Also, you're gonna turn into a fucking bunny at some point. All right? Or I don't even know what.
Yeah, you don't know if it's gonna turn her into a bunny or another sort of lycanthropic creature.
So
it will
when can I wear the bracelet?
Once the curse has been lifted. I'm not strong enough to do it yet, but I can learn. I can ask.
Z like just puts his head back. He's like, I waited so long already.
Sorry. It'll just hurt you, Z. And
okay, but can I just maybe I could put it on to find out what the bracelet does. And then I could take it off.
If that's what you want. I'm not gonna stop you.
Okay.
Don't tell like when it eventually goes wrong.
I'm just gonna put it on and then I'll take it off really fast.
That's okay. Sure.
He puts it on.
Z, you're going to take some damage.
Okay.
Because you've been basically lowering your resistances to silver over and over again. And at this point, it won't matter how high your con roll is.
Yeah.
So you're going to take 13. Basically, I would call this fire damage, essentially.
Yeah. I assume that I have had the benefits of a short rest by now, though, because we were sitting for a while.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
okay, so this does not actually kill me. But I am now at half health. I'm like, fuck, and I pull it back off and drop it on the floor.
I pick it up. Once we remove the curse, you can have it. I promise, it's yours.
Well, could I like hold it okay through my jacket?
See,
it was even starting to burn a little bit through the jacket for you.
Oh, because he was like gonna be like, I could just put it over my jacket. But
having silver around you is starting to like
he's
make
so
you a little
disappointed.
sick.
It's like, okay, well maybe you can just hold it, but I'll just look at it sometimes.
Okay. Sure. And you see that I'm wearing a necklace which has this pendant on it, and I just like undo it, slip the bracelet on it, so it's like just hanging off my neck the whole time. There you go.
Okay. This is the worst curse.
I mean, that's debatable, but okay.
Well, you can wear the bracelet.
Yeah, because
look, you're holding it.
Yeah. I'm cursed for an eternal life of dread, and I feel like that's somehow worse than not being able to wear a bracelet. Okay, let's not compare curses right now. Okay.
He just sort of like holds his arm and is like, sorry.
Okay.
Hearing literally
so
all
unfair.
this, Glix is gonna roll over and feel the paper like between her and baby and like take a peek at it and be like, and just kind of smile and tuck it in her pack. And then like just curl up and go back to sleep and just roll her eyes so loud that everyone could hear it without even seeing her. It's at Z.
Oh, let's see.
What am I going to turn into?
I don't know. We'll find out when it happens. Just don't hide it, okay? If you feel any sort of change, say something. Because
Okay.
you probably won't be able to control whatever happens. Maybe we can find someone here who can lift curses, but unless we don't, I'll just have to wait until I'm stronger to do it for you.
Okay. It's
You
probably
promise you'll tell
fine.
us? Okay.
Do you think I'll turn into something cool?
You're already cool. I
Like
mean,
what can you turn into? Like, am I gonna,
like obviously there's bunnies, there's wolves. Wolves are the most well known. There's bats.
do you think I can turn into a unicorn?
Oh, that's so sad and sweet.
Maybe, but there are. Do you want to be a unicorn? You like them very
I
much.
don't
I've
know.
noticed.
Maybe.
Okay,
You
well,
just sort of shrugs.
there are spells that you can use when you're stronger to turn into a unicorn, but I don't know if a were unicorn is a thing. I'm just gonna.
Oh wait, Z1 totally wants to be a were unicorn.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay.
All right. Hey, thanks for cooperating. I know it doesn't come easily to you, but I appreciate it.
It's not fun to
not fun.
cooperate.
I agree.
Also, nothing that happened today was my fault, and it still went
100%.
wrong.
I know. Maybe we're just all cursed.
Yeah, I just think it's unfair. See, everyone blames me for everything that went wrong, but it wasn't my fault, and things still went wrong.
Yeah, no one's blaming you now.
Yeah,
But you're right. It is unfair that you get called
things
out.
can
Oh,
just go wrong, and it's not my fault. This
I
proves it.
agree. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I still got cursed.
I'm sorry. It's not fun. We'll fix it,
Well,
I promise.
Okay, and then I can wear the bracelet.
And then you can wear the bracelet.
Okay.
All right. You should rest.
Z
I'm
just
gonna-
pulls the extra cookie out of his pocket and leans back and just starts eating the cookie and staring at the ceiling of the tent.
Yeah. Kismet from the corner of her eye probably sees that Blix is having a hard time sleeping with her head on stone. So she's just gonna like,
Oh, my head's
Go
not
over
on
to Blix.
stone. I'm laying on the puppy.
oh, you lay it on the puppy. My bad.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
using
cool.
baby as a pillow. I'm fine.
Okay, cool.
I'm just very like, I'm struggling to get to sleep. I'm trying to get to like meditation levels so that I can just rest because I don't have to sleep. I just choose to.
That's true. Gotcha. Cool. I'm gonna sit back, stare into the void, and rest. Eyes wide open.
Creepy at all.
Nope. This is how she
so-
like rests.
You all can take your long rest. Mark that down on your character sheets. And we're going to do a little bit of a shift for your what y'all actually can see. On the Roll20. Because y'all
New fucking map. Amazing.
can see Downfall. And I'm gonna bring this up on the overlay in just a second. So you all, I assume after you've taken your long rest, head out towards Downfall.
I don't know. If
I
we
cannot
want-
see the map. I think you
Oh,
may have
shit.
separated Elafor and me when we
How
went
do I
down into
remove
the
that?
cave. You just need to drag us over to the players thing and it'll relump us.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second then.
I don't don't know. I think we're gonna wake up and in the morning we're gonna decide what we want to do, especially because we don't have Ulfir.
You can grab our little icons from the page where we're on and just drag them over.
That's what I'm doing. Bum. Hard on a touchpad.
I'm gonna start looking
There
at
we go.
spells, so because I'm probably gonna have to redo what I'm taking today.
Okay. Well, if we're going to take a minute to organize yourselves before y'all head towards Downfall, because I think y'all are going to have to do at least part of this without Ulfir.
fucking
So
scary,
are we
by the
are we
way.
at the bottom basically, right? When
we're
we
going
enter?
to. So this is the reason I was asking. I'm showing you the map, but y'all haven't gotten here yet because
Mhm.
what y'all see through the fog, what y'all will see through the fog when you start to walk, is that you're probably going to have to take a ferry to get into this area.
We have one. His name is Z.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh,
But test. So
See, I can't.
thank
do
you all
that.
for hanging out with us. We're gonna take a short break. Let everybody stretch their legs, grab a drink, figure out what spells they want to prepare for today, and then make their way into Downfall and take out this hag who has been stealing their stuffs.
Oh, goddamn. Okay. This is
So-
fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. It's
Fine.
great. It's
Fine.
wonderful.
Z will bite her and turn her into a were bunny.
we're all gonna be rabbits by the end of this, aren't we?
Yep.
All right.
Hey, do we level up by any chance?
Not yet. Y'all have one more thing y'all have to do before y'all level up. But y'all will, if y'all can handle this bad Lorna situation, I promise you will get to level up. So there you go.
It's got to be after though.
It's got to be after.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Johnny's like, I just want Kismet to be able to take care of Z's curse so he stops bothering me about the bracelet.
Yeah, basically.
It's like, are we there yet the whole time? But it's like, can I touch it yet?
All right. So bear with us. We're going to be gone for about somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes. But we'll see y'all soon. We're going to run some ads. So if you're a subscriber, you don't have to worry about that. So think about that part. You don't have to, but you might have that Prime subscription from Daddy Bezos, and you can just pass that
Daddy
our way.
Bezos doesn't need your money, but we do.
Absolutely.
Pay your queer
Confirmed.
and BIPOC
Confirmed.
creators today.
We'll see y'all in a minute.
Anyway, so
So I
that's why I
said to
needed
him, sexy video,
right?
and he was like,
That-
I get
Oh,
it.
is
I
that what
concur.
warped my rotors on my car? That makes sense.
You know, fun fact: the B-roll for like food production, like TV shows and videos, they call them the sexies.
Mhm.
That's literally the
Oh.
industry name for them. So like whenever people are doing like the pan rolls with like the music and everything like that, that's the industry standard calls it the sexies. So sexy video is accurate for a lot of things on the internet, even that just throwing it out there.
Including the stream. Because you're all hot.
And we are back, by the way.
Oh
Hot
shit!
mess,
yeah.
baby.
I'm not as hot as I'm going to be on Tuesday when it's 95 degrees outside and I melt.
Oh my God. No, don't like that.
I mean,
That means it's coming to get you next.
I found a tailor that specializes in people my my body dimension. So I'm about to be real fucking sexy in my drip. Don't worry.
Oh,
Oh,
snap.
hell yeah.
That's a win.
I'm
All
going
right.
to want his number for the next time I come to New York.
So, you all awaken. Just on the borders of downfall. And you'll, I suppose, have some planning to do or figuring out what the hell you're going to have doing. Ophir is not returned to you just yet. And you can't quite see what the hell is happening on the other end of this smog and muck. But you know you have to go into it because that is where this place is.
So I believe our first order of business is to find a boat. And I think we're going to need to venture forth, leave some form of indicator or clue for Ulfir to find us. But I think maybe reconnaissance is in order.
I'm cursed.
thinking.
He just like announces this at breakfast.
What?
I can't wear the bracelet I got.
I assure you, you're not that bad.
No, C got bit earlier.
You got bit by the were-rabbit? What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now he
Yeah.
can't touch Silver.
I hold up my arm where the bite's gone now. He bit my arm. Now I can't wear this bracelet because it has silver on it.
You got bit by the bunny?
Yeah.
Glix just blanches. That's
It's-
that's not good.
It's a curse.
Yeah.
It can be lifted.
I don't have the
But-
kind of magic that can lift curses.
Nor do I.
I'm not near strong enough for stuff like that.
Do we know anybody here who could do it for us? Or do we
No,
just
Outside
have
of
to
the
we-
wait?
hag and maybe Zabilna? No.
but we know somebody who might know. We could
Maybe the
always go back
tavern
to the
people?
tavern. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
If we can find it.
I don't know if we have the time for venturing.
Z, I'll add that where you got bit with the two big old bunny marks that were in you before, they are very faint lines on your skin now, almost imperceptible.
Yep. Kismat said to tell you.
Yeah.
But I'm fine. Except I
You-
can't wear the bracelet.
Sir, you are not fine.
We don't
We-
know.
We will have to just keep an eye on you. If you turn and lose control, which is a possibility, we will do everything in our power to restrain you, but hopefully it will not come to that.
I might turn into something cool.
You're going to turn into a bunny.
Usually what bites you is what you turn into, my dear.
Oh. You
But there
didn't tell
could
me
be-
that. You said it could be anything.
There is a possibility that you don't turn into a bunny.
I met a really nice were-rat once. Very nice fellow. Perfectly
I
in
look at
control of his
Ellsworth.
curse. I did not eat him. That's racist.
No, I was just trying to signal to you that's probably not helping by telling Z that he could turn into a rat. But
I'm not.
That's
I did
our-
not say that Z could turn into a rat. I said simply that what bites you is generally what you turn into. I simply said that I met a very nice were-rat once. I wanted Z to know that not all is lost.
Okay. Tune
Z could be
for what it's
Z
worth.
could Z could be a very cool four-armed flying bunny. It might be awesome. I don't know. But again, this is if Z can maintain control.
It's probably fine.
But
I do want to just get the curse off because I can't wear my bracelet until it's gone. So
we don't even know what the bracelet does yet. So
well, I did put it on, but I had to take it off because it hurt.
Could I have a tune to it? Well, Z was
you
resting.
traitor.
Just to figure out what it does, and then I'll take it off. Like if I know, like I just want to know what it does.
You'd have actually had to wear it, but yes.
Yeah. Because I had 8 hours of being awake and just chilling. So.
I'll say this. You feel like your mind is stronger against anyone trying to turn you against your friends.
Right.
That seems like that might be potentially important.
I fidget with the bracelet, which is now back on my necklace, and I say, well, while everybody was resting, I figured out what it does. It helps guard your mind against outside influence. So if someone were to force you to turn on us, you'd have a better chance resisting it. It's useful, and maybe someone should wear it while Z can't. And then Z, once your curse is lifted, you can have it. But if that's not okay, it's fine. We just won't use this very useful thing that we have. If that's what you want.
Z's face is going through the full range of emotions of mad, disappointed, that's kind of a good idea, but no, it's mine. Like, well, why do we need it now?
We don't know if the hag can take control of somebody's mind.
I mean, probably. She erased your memories, right?
Among what else she took from me, yes.
Maybe you should wear it, but you have to give it back.
On one condition. If you feel yourself slipping, you need to tell us. If you do not feel like yourself, I need you to tell us. Yes?
Everyone keeps saying that. Fine. I feel
Z
fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
But only if you give it back to me when I'm not cursed anymore and I can wear my bracelet.
I swear it.
Okay.
I
Fine.
take the bracelet off my necklace and I hold it out to other four.
I'll take it. I cannot attune to it till the next time we take a short rest, but I will hold on to it for right now. And Z, good job back there. You did well. You showed a lot of restraint.
Yeah, Z, I really
Thanks.
appreciate that you actually held back and tried to stick to the plan until everything flew to shit, and that wasn't your fault. So
No, that was mine.
Well, I mean,
Not with the bunnies. No, not with the bunnies. The dragon was my fault.
He seemed like a jerk. He's dead now anyway, so it's fine. But it wasn't part of the plan. So what is the next plan? And Z says this like skeptically, like he doesn't believe we're gonna stick to the plan. But
I mean, we really didn't have much of a choice. Unfortunately, our hand was kind of forced because we came up in the middle of something that we didn't expect. So
yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Kismet.
Your plan is 99% going to be better than mine, so go ahead.
I don't know about that. My last plan didn't go so well. I still just think that, in simplicity's sake, getting a boat and going scouting is going to be our best option for now. I do not feel comfortable doing anything else until we are back to full strength. And without Althea here, as much as I trust the rest of you, I feel we are diminished.
Is there a well in Downfall? Do we know if there's a? Was that on our map?
We know that we only know that something lies beyond the mist. We can't really currently see what's there.
I will add, y'all don't have a map of Downfall. Y'all have a map of Hither, which shows you where Downfall is, but it does not show you what's in Downfall.
Got it.
So this is like a zoomed in version of the map, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
that's exactly what this is.
There was a map of the wells in Elmer's house, and I was wondering if there was a well marked near Downfall in.
You do not see any on that map. No.
Cool. Okay, because if there was, then I might assume that the nastiness.
Now, you could assume that part of the reason Downfall doesn't have as much detail is because of this smog that is over this area.
Yeah. Well, we could go and look for is it Jingle Jangle's friend? Who's the scarecrow in Downfall?
Oh, Click Clack.
Click Clack.
Clapper Claw.
Clapper Claw.
Look for Clapper Claw.
Click Clack, Jingle Jangle, it's all the same.
I'm just getting 75,000 points on
That-
the channel, and then I'll make Click Clack happen.
That is a option. Seek more allies before we go into uncertainty.
Yeah, I think that's probably our best option. I mean, I can hide us for a little bit. I can't do it all day.
I think maybe we can serve our collective strength as much as we can, yeah?
Right. Are we expecting to fight much today? We're not going towards the hag, right?
We should
We're going
always
back.
expect to fight.
Yeah, we should always have something just in case. But I'm
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, bring the right stuff for the right spells today.
Yeah, you and me both.
You said that you saw. It's really foggy here, right?
Z sticks his head out. It's still foggy.
Again, where y'all are camped is just before it gets to the foggy area. It's almost night and day sort of situation.
Okay, so above table question. Would I know if this is like a magical fog, and would I know if destroy water would affect it?
You roll me Arcana. That's the best way to do it.
Are you speaking out loud that you're considering this? Because then I can guide you. I mean, you can guide yourself.
Yeah, I would be asking, like, do we want something that can pull the fog away? Let me go back to my character sheet because I'm still preparing spells. I got a lot of druids have a lot of stuff, y'all. Let me go back.
I'll guide you.
Arcana real quick.
It's just a bunch of people waiting.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
That's a 21.
I'll tell you what. This is a magical effect. However, create or destroy water is likely not enough to get rid of it.
No, not all of it. I mean, it would be a 30-foot cube. Basically, it would destroy like enough of it so that to give us a little bit more visibility.
It would fill right back in.
Okay, so then I'm not bringing that. Got it. Thank you.
I'll give you that much. You can, the way this is moving and the way it almost cuts off where the wells sort of been cleansed in this area makes you think that it is meant to stay in this place and it is not going anywhere until whatever's causing it makes it go away.
Noted. Thank you.
Oh my God, what is that?
It's a Kool-Aid
Man.
Oh yeah.
My brown ass is so creeped out by that, but okay.
Don't worry.
Really
We're
creepy.
also creeped out by it.
I could leave you with this one.
Ugh.
He's much better because he's been screaming trans rights all over the internet for like days.
Oh yeah. I stand
Gritty,
whoever that
gritty
is.
is gritty is savior.
I
I worship
at
the
Oh my
altar
God.
of gritty.
Such a strange place.
Yeah, it really is.
Do we want zone of truth? Are we expecting to interrogate, talk?
I don't know about interrogate, but it might be helpful to try to make people tell the truth.
All right,
I'm bringing, I don't know, I'm bringing stuff. I kind of want to bring snare, but I don't know if we're going to be able to have room to lay a trap for someone.
So,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to get too nitty gritty into the details of
Well,
picking
we don't know
spells.
what's in there, so I think we're just
We're
gonna
just a bit
start
scared.
walking or
Well, we're
flying.
going. We're gonna go find a
We're going
scarecrow
back.
first, right?
Well,
Yeah.
the scarecrow we know is near Bavlorna's cottage
Cottage.
because that's what Jingle Jingle told us in the fog. So we can start going along looking for places to kind of like wade in or like find a boat or something on the edge. But like we're gonna have to go in because we don't and just kind of wander around and look for stuff in there because we don't have
Yeah,
a detailed
fair
map
enough.
and we can't see very far. So we're just gonna have to go at some point, unless we decide to not enter right now and go do something else, like revisit Jingle Jangle or whatever.
Okay,
All right, let's go find a boat to steal.
let's go.
I'm sorry, borrow.
We're supposed
We'll
to
return it.
steal in here. Isn't that one
No
of the
stealing.
rules?
Stealing is bad, okay?
Wait a minute. The rabbits called us honored guests. Do they have boats?
Through the tollway, yes. However, there was really no boats on the tollway because the tollway actually sits above the water,
Okay.
Yeah, so they just walk
and the
on it.
water sort of shifts levels.
Okay.
However, you all began your waltz towards the downfall, and immediately you are beginning to notice that the air becomes thick. It's almost, you can taste it. It is like that heavy humidity that sort of sticks to you, that makes it hard to breathe. It sticks to your skin. It makes you feel gross. You can smell the swampy sort of nastiness that pervades
We
this
literally just
area.
walked into swamp ass. I am so mad
Oh,
about
You
it.
no,
walked
but in
into the
Mumbai.
Meadowlands of New Jersey on a bad smoggy day.
Yeah, I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy about this.
Yeah, and
Flashbacks.
that's kind of what it smells like. And your visibility instantly starts to shrink. It is literally almost a night and day thing. You go from seeing what is basically like sunlight to not being able to see the sky. It is disturbing in a way. Now, I do want to ask one question before y'all break into this plane into downfall. Did y'all leave anything for Ulthir?
Yes.
What did you leave?
Let me come up with that real quick.
Where-
You just said yes.
Can you tell me kind of about like where we are?
So
Like the area we are once we get out, we take the tent back up, that kind of thing.
just, I'll bring you back to Hither so you can see. Where I'm
Yeah, that's a good
pinging. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Right in here is where you are.
Okay. So is there like some like dry grass or like a little mound or something?
Yes.
Okay. I want to take the torch and light it. And I want to like burn a big patch in the ground that's really hard for him to miss, especially with his whole like thing with the fire. Right? Because he'll
Mhm.
notice something that's burnt. And I want to take out the little doll that I have. And I want to sit it right in the center of where the flames are and face it the direction we're going.
I dig that. Cool.
Also, there is a, I mean, Elafor, maybe you could write a note or a drawing, something that I don't know if Ulfir can read, but
He takes a dagger and makes a big arrow in the dirt in front of the doll.
Fair enough.
Just extra pointing in the right direction.
Okay, then.
I will
I
say
mean, you
this.
can leave a note too.
Even
but
though this is a
Kismet
fairly
says
large
they don't know.
space, it would be
Um,
fairly easy to trace where y'all came out of. If y'all are assuming safe passage through the Brigand's Tollway, you know you're going to come across this like small creek / river sort of thing. And you would had to have been close to that on your way into breaking into where Downfall is.
Right. And he would know the direction we're going, right? So
Mhm.
he's okay.
I could do one thing, except I could create a flame on the torch that would never die out. Would that be?
I
know
think
he's
Ulfia
scared
will,
about. Yeah.
I think Ulfia will understand our sign should we leave it for him. I don't think we need to do anything extravagant. He is intelligent and resourceful.
Okay. Worst case scenario, if we can't find him, I'll just drink his blood and I'll know exactly where he is and it'll be fine.
If he's close enough.
No, he just needs to be on this plane. You don't
okay.
think she's taking him off this plane?
Oh, I didn't know he had. I thought you had like a limited space that you could do that. I'm not good on cleric stuff.
It's not a cleric thing. I mean,
Never mind.
Yeah, we talked about this before. Kismet can find us as long as we are on the same plane of existence.
Gotcha.
Thankfully.
Can I do that now that I'm cursed?
do you want me to bite you?
No, I'm asking if I can drink your blood and find you. Since
try.
I'm
It's
cursed too.
It's a different,
It's a different kind of curse.
I think you might be able to locate radishes and other root vegetables quite easily.
You'll be able to spot a carrot real fast.
Oh my God. Z looks a little disappointed.
Okay.
Your curse is way cooler than mine. You can shift into a different creature. Don't.
Yeah, it might be a rabbit.
We'll find out. Don't like. Maybe not.
You just sort of kick some dirt. We should go.
Yeah, let's just go.
And
We'll
as
find
you,
a were we'll find a were unicorn. We'll have them bite you. Don't worry, Z.
He's like,
I'm sure there's one
"Where
at
you're
the
from."
Sealy Court.
yeah, if so, how you end up realizing that you'd probably have to take a boat or a skiff or something like that is the land starts to become, as you break into the area of downfall, it becomes wetter and the water starts to rise and rise. You're trying to say something, Johnny?
Sorry, I'm thinking, but theoretically, if I had like a torch up, would it help us see a bit better? I don't know if fire against smog necessarily works, but if I could give us
It's not gonna
like a
help.
torch with
you
continual flame
can
on
try it, and once you notice you get into this smog, the vision, like, it does not pierce any longer than that maximum of 20 feet. It doesn't matter if you have
Gotcha.
dark vision, dim vision, blind sight. There is something special about this that is making it incredibly difficult to see beyond
Got
it.
it. Okay.
And as the water starts to rise, you realize that the river is your best bet to get anywhere. However, I'll have you all roll me a perception check or a survival check, both of which would be with disadvantage. Either
I'll
one.
guide myself.
This is not a spot hidden, right?
No.
Cursed dice are cursed.
Oh,
So I
I'm
was
so
plus
mad because
5.
one of those was a nat 20. So 13 plus
Okay,
4,
well.
17.
I'm not even going to roll
Perception.
again because it's not going to be worse than that. So
Yeah, no, it's not.
yeah.
So
Oh wait,
Z.
it's disadvantage, so we have to roll
Disadvantage,
twice,
yeah.
right? Hold
Yeah,
on.
I
yeah,
have a,
that's what I was about to
with
say.
disadvantage, I rolled a 17.
Yeah, I got you.
I rolled a 15 with disadvantage, so
Cool. So I would say that Z and Glix, as you're walking along this river, and the water is getting higher to the point where Z, you have to fly because you're just
Mhm.
too short to avoid this. Sort of out of the corner of your eye, both of you and Glix sort of see this almost at the same time. There is a raft that seems to be anchored to a tree. It is actually rather large. You imagine that this is one of maybe the herringons, because it's made what seems to fit like maybe a dozen creatures around your size, Z.
Well, Glix can't fly, so if we both see this at the same time, Steve will just look over and be like, I'll fly over and investigate just a moment. And Flitter's over there. Does it look like it's been like, is it in good, is it like an old thing, or does it look like it's relatively good condition or whatever?
It looks
Like
to
maybe
be
it's
in
used
fairly
recently?
decent condition and likely used relatively recently.
Are there
There's
oars or
oars
poles
sitting
or
next to
whatever?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
There are actually 4 oars, just so you have that for.
Cool. Z will alight on the raft and call back to everyone.
Once you
I don't
land
know.
on the raft, Z, you also see a few other random things. There are instruments. It looks like maybe a band of some sort was playing on this, because there's like a flute, a small hand drum, some other.
Does
sort
it
of.
look like when they came and were making a bunch of noise outside of our tent? Does it look like those instruments?
That's what my next question was going to be, because Z wouldn't have seen that because he stayed in the tent.
I put my head out briefly
Okay.
and then I went back in the tent. So I don't know if I got a good look at them
I would
or
say
if they're
Glix
similar instruments.
and Z, roll me a history. This is a sort of recall check.
Yeah, as I'm investigating, I'm just calling out to everybody else, like, what's here, basically. 4. I don't remember shit.
9.
Oh, that wasn't with disadvantage. You didn't have to roll it. Oh no, I'm looking at your perception check. Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't. Okay. Glix, maybe. Z, you have no idea.
Yep.
There is a instrument that is a harmonica, but y'all don't know what the hell that is.
Z like picks it up and like turns it over and stuff. There's a rectangle here with holes in it and like a flute and some drums.
Now we'll say this: y'all can hear each other fine, even if y'all are out of visual range. Y'all
Yeah.
can hear each
Weren't they singing the song of when we last encountered
Agdon.
they were singing the song of Agdon. That's when we
Yeah, they
decided
were.
to maliciously reply.
I mean, it might be the stuff from the bunnies from before, which means we really should not just take this. We have to make sure they're okay with us taking it.
One could argue that it is part of their hospitality in order to provide us with what we need to along our journey.
We could, if we know
We
for
could
sure
just
that it's
write a note
theirs.
that says we're borrowing it.
Or an IOU, maybe? No?
There are
I
options.
write a note that says "Gone fishing, back soon," and I leave. How much did we get? We got about 2,500 gold. I leave 100 gold.
And I'll
I don't know if y'all got quite that much.
We didn't.
You got a
We
bunch
got
of
50
copper.
gold pieces, a bunch of
Or
copper,
2,500 copper. Whatever.
You had 1,000 copper,
650
650 silver,
50 gold.
and 50 gold.
I will leave
They don't take gold as payment here.
Oh, that's true.
And
I will
owe
take
you.
all of the instruments off and stack them neatly to the side to where they're not like in the water, because then they have it. And then
You can put them in a tree, essentially,
yeah,
because
basically.
it is all wet here.
Let me look and see what I have in my stuff that we.
I
can
like how
trade.
we like are
I have
paying
an
them
idea.
with their own treasure that we
No, I'm taking them off of there so that we're not
They're-
stealing their things.
They weren't what? They weren't.
No,
their
I don't mean
treasures.
their instruments. I mean the
They weren't their treasures, Z. They were the Black Dragon's treasures as he oppressed over them.
Yeah, but if
Or
it's the
she
same
or
group
they
of-
or it.
if it's the same bunnies from the other night, they're here to tell her we're here. Before they found out from Agdon that we are to be given safe passage. There's a chance that she knows we're coming. I mean, she probably already knows we're coming,
she
but
probably knows we're coming. We've been fixing the wells and
I'm not scared of her. I say very unconvincingly.
I'll just for some clarification's sake, so y'all don't have to stress too much about this. Rules of hospitality are really only in place when there is someone to negotiate with about them.
Okay.
Like it is hard to say you're stealing something from someone if you don't know it belongs to someone. And if you have to deal with it after the fact, sure, but it's a difference between going in someone's house and taking something out of their house versus finding something that's floating on the water and then using it.
well, I would still leave the musical
Absolutely.
instruments and stuff to the side.
But plausible deniability then means that we have no idea that it is actually theirs. We are simply removing the items and making sure that they are dry. I'm fine with this.
Okay.
I will bear the burden should it be necessary for somebody to take the lashings. Yeah.
Okay.
we can always
Hopefully it
bring it
doesn't come
back
to
when
that.
we leave.
This is true.
I believe that if we succeed, this place will be much different than when we found it.
Also, would you all say that Acton held up his side of the bargain?
No, not at all. But I'm also a little bit bitter today because he failed to mention that there was a dragon wormling in the basement.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
We didn't ask.
While true, there are different ways to construe it, and I will deal with that later.
I'm just saying that would probably be what he would say.
I
And I
turn
would
to
argue-
Blix.
And I would argue that it is not a gracious host that lets his safe those that have guaranteed safe passage wander into danger.
I turn to Blix, who is like my moral compass, and I say, "What do you think?"
I think that we don't have a whole lot to talk about because we did attack them in their home, but at the same time, we did try to not have it come to violence. I don't know. I'm really conflicted, and right now, my main concern is just getting home.
We did bring them enlightenment in the form of a bunny god, and this weird like bird grin like goes on to Elafor's face as he like looks at everybody as he's trying to lighten the mood.
Z holds out his hand. He says, well, you could give his blood to me then if you're not sure. And then when you make up your mind, we can throw it away.
I can hold on to it. That is not the problem. Do you want
Oh.
his blood?
Sure.
I'll
add
as
it to
long
my
as-
collection.
As long what?
This would be the first thing in the collection.
Yeah, like
Gotta start somewhere.
Elafor stops mid sentence. That is exactly what happens in character. He's starting to say something. You said I'll add it to my collection. And he just what?
Is
Oh,
Z basically
thanks.
just trying to emulate a cursed creature now? He's like, okay, Kismet is cursed. This is what she does. So I'm just gonna do that because I'm cursed too. Is that the vibe?
No, Z is just has like a weird little collection of objects that he's decided he likes or wants. So, and that's his intention here. Not saying his collection of blood vials, like his collection
Ah.
of weird shit.
Oh,
He's like,
Gotcha,
of things.
gotcha.
Like he like opens his little bag and like holds it out.
Blix is just
Let
gonna
me think
do the
about it.
mom nose pinch and
Okay.
just be like,
Okay, let's just row this raft and let's just look around for Tapaclaw.
let's continue on.
yeah.
Okay.
where are we at on the map? Or are we just not quite there yet?
So you all are making your way
There, okay.
towards the one.
Hold on. Before
Shoot.
we go, I need to make a wisdom check to see if Z does it. Okay.
Not one.
Z's
Oh,
gonna
no.
try to put the harmonica in his bag without anyone seeing. He cannot resist the temptation. He doesn't know what it is, but he wants this weird rectangle with holes in it.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Okay. 25.
Oh shit.
I imagine that no one's passive perception is a 25. So Z, you now have a harmonica.
Okay, he doesn't know what it is or what it does, but he wants this weird rectangle, so he puts it in his bag. Very.
In no way is going to come back and bite us in the ass.
No, never.
Absolutely
No.
not.
Listen, that's why I rolled a wisdom check to see if I can control myself, but that's not one, y'all.
You love the commitment.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you arrive towards this channel, you notice as you're getting closer and further into it that your vision sort of makes out what seems to be a widening passage, like a more open area. And there is this fog seems to even get almost thicker, and the world seems to have, the best way to put it is like the world has shrunk to a much smaller place for all of you. And as this waterway is widening and the current starts to slow, it kind of, you do have the impression that you all are entering into a lake of some sort. Given your map that you had of hither, you're fairly certain this is the lake that is surrounding, Bavlorna's cottage and the various other things and downfall. However, you hear sort of croaking voices in the air, and through this thick fog, you notice there are two small rowboats that are moving into your vision. Y'all are about here. And for the sake of those who can't see our screen, they're entering into what seems to be a lake. I'll show the battle map on the screen now so you can see it. And they're entering into this area. As these two rowboats approach you, manning the oars of each of these small rowboats are two bullywogs. There are also two more, or another one in each of these. One's rowing, the other's sitting down. Can all of you roll me a history check before we get into the social part of this? Excellent. All of you except Kismet remember being told a little bit about the Soggy Court. That's the bullywogs who stay in downfall, sort of surrounding Bavlorna. They work for her peripherally, is the best way you'd know it. You don't know if it's direct necessarily. But the bullywogs look at you all and go, "Welcome to Downfall, travelers."
I look at everybody else.
Hello.
Hello. Are you recent visitors?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Our king, Gullop 19, would be honored to make your acquaintance.
Oh,
Would you
19
all-
is what he said.
Gullop 19. Would you all like to accompany us to the court?
I'll look at everybody else.
He
I
looks
am
like his
staring.
mom. She knows about courts.
I curtsy a little from one member of the court to others. But
One
I
of
would
them
like to
takes
do
a
an
fancy
inside.
bow.
I have a very like graceful curtsy. Can I do an insight check?
Absolutely.
Like to see if they're like malicious, and can I guide myself on this?
Sure.
Okay. I am a guidance whore. I love it. It's
Meanwhile, I forget that I have it and can use it.
18. 21.
And what are you trying to find out or understand?
If there's any malicious intent here, when their king wants to meet us, does it mean like the king wants to, I don't know, mix two out of us, or like genuinely just meet us?
It doesn't seem like there's anything malicious in them. Oops.
Apologies, friends. Just for sake of clarity, are you giving us an agreement of safe transport and passage to the court?
Yes, of course.
You know Elf Gunk?
Who?
It's the bull.
Don't
It's the
worry
bullywog
about
that we
it.
met down by the lake earlier.
I'll elbow.
Now you remember
I'll elbow C and be
Alfgunk,
like,
without even having to make a history check, Alfgunk left all the other bullywogs. Alfgunk is solo dolo.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
stop.
What? Maybe they know him. I don't know.
Yeah, and he hates it here. We need to be able to be safe here. If they find out that we helped him in any way, there's a chance we're in danger. Shh.
Why?
Are you wishing to join us?
I'm gonna look at Kismet and be like, you know the court's better than we do.
Yeah, my kind of court is very different, but I turn to
Royalty's
them and I
royalty at the
say,
end of the day.
smile, and I say, well, if His Royal Highness is interested in meeting us and you are agreeing to provide a safe passage and stay, I don't see why we shouldn't. We would be honored.
Wonderful. And they start to shift you all coming off the boat. It would be sort of a leftish turn. And as you start to close some distance, you see these docks here. And that is where they guide you all to. And you see several other bullywogs around this area. All of them are dressed very similar to the ones that you've just met. You suspect they're all part of the same group.
Right. As we dock our raft, I'm going to take that spare longsword that I have that I've been carrying around. And I like, very like, this is not an offensive thing. I just like steady it on the port itself. And I'll tie like a piece, like I'll tear a little bit of my robes and just tie it to the hilt of my longsword. Because when Ophir comes this way, hopefully he can see the sword and dock and know that this is where we've gotten off.
Excellent.
Because this is a big place.
I will also add, based on your checks here and just paying attention a little bit as the river opens up, there was another smaller rowboat, bigger than the ones the bullywogs were using. So you suspect that it was I guess it'd be almost like the size of a canoe, a smallish canoe that was also tied to a tree along this area. So if Ulfir follows your trail, potentially he could find his way back along the river as well. And as you all tie off to these docks, the bullywog that was sitting in the back of one of these boats, the one that had been talking to you, hops off, swims over towards you. He smells quite awful, as everything in here smells, but he goes, I am Green Baron Ripple. I will lead you to our king of the Soggy Court. And if y'all follow, as he starts to walk and guide you, or
Yep,
you
I
can
will.
do something else, you'll notice that as your vision sort of comes to and you'll move a few feet ahead, there is a looming above this wooden pier is a balloon, a large balloon. It is anchored by 4 very thick ropes that are tied around wooden posts, stuck into this mire and muck. The balloon, the bladder of it sort of expands, sags irregularly. It's hard to,
It's
it's like, it's not necessarily breathing, but if you know how a floating balloon works, it usually has hot air to make it rise in it, and you get the idea that this thing is losing air at irregular intervals because of like wind, or it has holes in it or something along those lines.
Does the balloon look familiar?
No, it does not. Well, it doesn't look the same as the balloon you came across.
Right. That's what I was asking. I was like, would it have been the same groups kind of
But
balloon?
you get the idea that maybe it came from the same place. It was much smaller than this one.
Yeah, my heckles are immediately up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that makes sense because they escaped from Bavlorna's area is what they told us. So potentially they took the balloon from this area on their way out. It doesn't
Well,
necessarily mean anything about the bullywog.
His companion was a
was
bullywog,
a
right?
bullywog. Yep.
Yeah.
So another bullywog stands near the top of the ladders and is using a long silver needle and a spool of catgut to sew up one of the holes in it. And a second bullywog is standing at this ladder to steady it. Nearby, there are 3 giant frogs. These frogs are larger than you, Z, that are using their tongues to snap up passing insects. And one of them sort of gives a look to you like, I could probably eat something that small.
I flip them off, but like kind of like next to my side, you know, like because I'm trying to be polite because we're at court, but I flip off the frog because I
Yep.
100%.
You get the idea that these bullywogs that are doing like the repairs on this balloon are sort of keeping an eye on you. And the frogs are there to make sure that maybe no one steals this balloon.
They're guard frogs.
And do you continue your passage through this area?
See no
Do you
reason
stop to talk to them or anything like that?
I defer to use.
Okay.
He's just looking around, like he's just, you know, as we go, like curious about things.
Yeah, you know what? As we're walking, curious device there. What is that? And I point at the balloon.
It is a air traveling device. we call it the warg gut.
Or gut.
Are they difficult to control? I don't see any manner of ore or anything.
Easy way to get to the various parts of the Prismere when the fog is not too thick.
Yeah, it is
Oh.
really foggy around here.
Though we only have a few qualified pilots, one of which has gone missing recently.
It is a shame.
And you keep passing along this area, and you come to this particular section. D3.
Thank you for the raid.
Thank you for the raid word, fangirl. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Raiders. We are
Welcome,
doing a D&D
Raiders.
5e campaign called Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Wayward Revelry and our crew has stepped into the home area of one of the hags that they will need to figure a way around to move on.
Very careful choice of words there.
Mhm.
Indeed.
Hmm.
And so, as you step into this next area, a row of boulders spaced 2 feet apart breach the surface of this lake to form a walking path across a sort of 45-foot waterway. I'd say that as you approach this, one of the bullywugs just sort of like hops on across, and as you start to step across, you start to lose vision of him. But he does this deftly without really even thinking about it. And the expectation is that you're going to follow.
I just fly across.
Yeah. He can also fly.
Excellent.
So just following. Yeah.
I'm going to stay close enough to assist if somebody tumbles or falls.
Z and Elafor, give me perception checks.
Perception. This is a button I can push. Curse dies.
We're having a rough
Fucking
day, Joe.
dice.
So many nat ones.
Yeah. So Elafor, the dice are not your friend. However, Z, you notice there seems to be a creature of some sort. It is a rock with a face.
It's a pet rock. Like the rocks that he's hopping across are creatures.
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. You just see one, and it seems to be right in the middle of the rocks that you see here.
Does it look like its eyes are open?
You do see eyes sort of look up at you.
I wave at it, just casual, like sup.
It does nothing.
It doesn't have hands. I realize, and so I'm just like, hi, and give it a nod.
And
so I'm
you
like,
all-
oh, maybe it's rude to wave at something without hands.
Anything else?
No, I just say hello to the rock. It's just looking at me.
And y'all hear those who have to jump.
He jumped on it, right? The bullywug.
You didn't notice the bullywog went across before y'all even really got a chance to see if he jumped on it. He was just like, boop,
Oh.
boop, boop, boop.
Somewhere General Akbar or Admiral Akbar is seething.
So
Well, if it looks like it's otherwise just part of the row of rocks here, that for all intents and purposes, Z thinks he just jumped across and he doesn't say anything back, like Z won't think anything of it.
Cool.
Like, whatever. They're rocks with faces.
It's about to get interesting. I would have not. I want to note that I said I was hovering around to make sure I could help the people that have to hop.
I need a DC 10 dexterity check from Kismet and Glix.
I am going to turn to Glix and I'd say, do you want to stay behind me and follow my steps? In case I don't want you to get lost or something.
I'd rather somebody be behind me so that I
Okay.
don't get lost off the back.
That makes more sense. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay. So you said it's a DC 10 dex check.
Yep.
And I'll guide you.
It's a fairly easy one.
I'm good. Yeah, 19 plus whatever guidance would have been. So
Yeah.
yeah, with the guidance, it comes to 21.
Cool. Sweet. Perfect.
I mean, I could, but I won't.
So Glix, you're just hippity hopping all across these. You're even feeling so confident that you skip a few stones.
Convenient.
I'm just like dancing across,
Yeah.
paying attention to where I'm landing, but I'm just like,
Sure.
hippity hoppity. I can
Um,
turn into an animal, y'all.
Kismet, something maybe it's the fact you're wearing chainmail or whatever, but you try to hop and the foot slips on one of these. You realize they're kind of like grimy, moss covered things. And as you're skipping across and you land on the middle rock, you hear disrespectful. Foul creatures step upon me.
Oh.
You just hear Z say, so you can't talk. Rude.
And I'm
Well,
looking around like, what?
Did the rock just speak?
I am no rock.
Oh, that's fascinating. Hello. You want me to get off you?
Yes,
Can I just get off on the other side as opposed to going back?
I want an apology.
Okay. I've done this before. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what for, but I'm sorry.
Do you
Am I
step on
hearing any-
people often?
Oh,
Am I hearing this?
Yeah, y'all can hear it.
I would immediately yell out, I am so sorry. We were not aware. We were told we were just hopping across some rocks. My deepest apologies.
You did not step upon me.
Oh, so some of the rocks are rocks and then you're not caught it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Roll me a persuasion check, Kismet.
Sure. 16.
And you see this creature sort of rise out of the water a little bit. You get the feeling that it was just kind of like balled up, maybe even sleeping. But when it stands up, you see a creature. And if you look in the Discord, you can see it full on. Oh, nope, that's not it. Hold on.
Oh,
I did
sexy
it.
pictures.
Oh my god, it's Onyx.
Here. I was trying to copy this picture and I did not do it. There you go. But it looks like a round boulder shape.
Oh, I
has
love them.
Arms, claws, eyes are sort of like hooded in a craggy face. And it stands up and looks at you. And it says, I assume you do not often see creatures such as I.
No. You're very pretty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The bullywugs do not always apologize. And as you look over at him, you see like a small piece of a leg sort of sticking out of his mouth. They learn harsh lessons. Your apologies accepted.
Do you have a name?
Durham.
Hi.
That is
Dora.
the only word that you humanoid ears would understand.
Well, my ears are not human. So.
And then it proceeds to, after you say that, assuming that you might know a language, it, what's the best way to do this?
Let's go. That's hardcore. I'm Kismet.
Greetings, Kismet.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Dora.
And then it sinks back down into the water.
I'll be mindful of not stepping on you again. And she will like hippity hoppity best she can. She's got sticky feet. Hopefully that helps a little bit.
You're much better at this now. You're
Alpha
thinking
and,
about
and Z can help you cross the larger gap if need
the
be.
fact that you have like spider climb and such now, and you have better balance and you make your way across the rest of the way.
Mhm.
Durham, he said. They said,
Yes.
sorry. Durham. Rock creature. Do I know what kind of creature this is?
Roll me Arcana.
You got it. I'm trying so hard not to just be like, I'll guide myself again.
You can absolutely do that.
Why you have it?
I will do it. I will do it. Oh, natural 20.
Nat 20. You've heard of these. They are elemental. They're called Gallop Door.
Door.
Mhm.
They essentially are boulder creatures that stick near other boulders because most of the time people don't bother them. They have sort of stumpy arms. They are creatures of the plane of Earth.
I don't know what
However, you know
is.
that this plane tends to bring things from other planes. You also know that they are very powerful spellcasters.
Interesting. I turn around and I say, hey, Durham. You still here?
It does not respond.
God damn it. It's really nice to meet you. Turn around. Follow everybody. I make sure Glix
Z's
is
like flying down
flying
kind of close to you. And when he doesn't respond to you, when you turn back, he's like, yeah, I said hi, but he didn't say anything to me either.
Oh, well, he talked to me a little bit, so there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very subtly implying that at least he talked to me.
Hey,
Making-
Z, the next time you see something like that, as a heads up would be nice because we don't want to accidentally hurt somebody by stepping on their face.
I didn't know what it was.
It's all good.
As
Just for next time.
I'll tell
And-
you if I see any more though. I
you
guess.
cross,
Thanks,
Ribble was like, it goes, you didn't see the rock I skipped.
No, the fog was a little thick.
Apologies.
Insight
It seems
check.
like you're able to handle it. Yes,
Yeah,
please. Go for it.
inside check.
Yeah.
That's a big ol' inside check. from me,
22.
yeah.
He's
As
like,
well,
oh,
like, is he full of shit
amazing.
or no?
21. Yeah, now the dice are good.
18.
He seems
16.
to actually be honestly speaking when he says that he apologizes.
Oh, okay.
He did not mean to get you all in a potentially dangerous situation.
Okay.
cool.
I say, what is your title? I
Green
do not
Baron.
want to disrespect
Green
The
Baron.
Green Baron.
the Green Baron. All right.
Yes.
Are there any more like Durham or any other creatures we must be mindful of, respectful of? If you could tell us, then.
This is the Feywild. Always be mindful.
That's a very good point. You see, by this time, the flowers in Kismet's hair are starting to wilt. Very like soft wilts, but it's starting.
And he continues to sort of waddle along ahead of you. And mind you, the bullywogs are not large creatures. They are. This one is probably about 2 feet tall.
They're like Z size, right?
Yeah, this
Like
one's even a little smaller than you. They are frog-like creatures. They look not as healthy as you'd expect like a green frog to look. They all look a little bit gross. I don't know how to better put it. Their skin is sort of graying. They almost sort of match this smog color that is in the air. But they wear this these clothing that show that they are part of the soggy bottom court, but it is all tattered and frayed and nasty looking, to say the least.
They're soggy bottoms now. Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Happy Pride.
As you all continue along your way, you hit the area in D4. And you notice that this wooden structure sits on stilts above this lake. It's topped by a steep conical roof that is sort of made of like a thatch and straw. There is a smoke that curls up in the air at a hole in the apex of the roof. The windows are blacked out, and before y'all even really hit this area, you can almost smell it because it's a different smell than the swamp that you smell, and it smells of burning wood. You see a clothesline is attached to one of the corners of this building's exterior, and there's a number of patchwork garments on this clothesline. But you can't actually see where the clothesline leads to if you try to follow it.
Because of the fog.
Mm-hmm. There is an entrance that you can see here into this building. And you see Green Baron Ribble enter and stop at the top of the ramp and say, "Hello."
Okay.
And we're gonna follow. I'm gonna probably be like behind Elafor, but in front of Kismet.
Yeah, that's probably good.
And you hear him talking, and he says, "There was a recent fire in this area. It would seem that one of our fellow bullywogs, an engineer, burned this place down on his way out."
Huh.
And you see, this room is a charred mess. There's a haze of smoke that hangs over piles of burned shelves and whatever else was on the shelves. There are still wisps of smoke snaking into the air from several spots that were holding wreckage that seems like it could go up at any time. Now, he's trying to lead you through here relatively fast, but you do have a moment to investigate if you choose to do so. And you see there is 2 bullywogs that seem to be dressed not like the other ones you've seen at the court, but relatively more poorly dressed, like leather smocks. And they are running around the room with buckets of water, trying to put out all these little smoke spots that are still laying around.
I
They're
look
still
don't
trying
need-
to put out this fire from a couple of days ago?
Indeed.
Huh.
I will add that you don't need to roll any sort of check, but you can quickly realize that this place is where they manufacture the wog guts, the balloons.
How big are the fires that are still going?
They're small.
Can I start snuffing them out with Druidcraft as I go through? Because I can snuff out anything up to this a campfire size.
Absolutely.
So I will, as we're going through, start trying to show some kindness and help them putting the fires out as we're moving through, and I'll let everybody else do their investigation check.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely head on a swivel and take a look and see what this was or why somebody would want to burn it to the ground.
And while you're doing that, you hear Green Duke Ribble or Green Baron Ribbled also say, there was another co-conspirator who we were able to catch. She will be punished.
So they took one of your balloons and burned the place down where you make more balloons?
Yes. We only have one left.
The one you're fixing outside?
Indeed.
What was the conspiracy?
Yes, why did they do this?
You will be told in time by His Royal Majesty, Gullop 19.
Okay.
So for Glix, roll me a perception check as you're putting out these fires. And if you want to do investigation, Alifor, go for it.
Can I join in on that?
13.
I get to use perception because of the archetype I am. But 22. I'm wasting all the good rolls on this stuff.
I wouldn't necessarily call this a waste. So,
Can I join in?
Kismet,
Or
what are you trying to join in on?
the investigation? I want to see
Uh,
if there's
I will
if he
say
rolled so
this,
well.
Kismet, while you're talking to Ribbold, between you and Z, you're basically keeping him distracted and keeping him from looking at what Elafor is doing. If you stop
Alex.
to go investigate, he will be watching you closely.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can still roll an investigation.
No. If we're doing this sneakily, then I'll do the talking.
Okay, cool. And so, first things first, this bullywog that is putting out the fire, one is named Duke Ikran, and one is named Dame Bluff. And they've been putting out these fires. And as you start to put out these, which is much faster than them because they have to go get water and such, and you're just snuffing out fires with Druidcraft, they are thanking you. Because the first thing they say is like, grab a bucket, we're making sure to put the fires out. And then the fires go out and they're just like, oh. And Alifor, as you're going around this room and looking at what started the fires and the places that are still sort of smoking, even as after they've been snuffed out or whatever. You notice that there are small rocks. They look like coals. And while you're investigating this, you notice they start to jump to different areas. And the fires that Glix just put out, well, there are new fires, little things of smoke starting to lift up off of different pieces of wood. They don't seem to be large enough to cause a great and large fire alone, but you notice there are several of them in this room. They look to be like burning coals.
I'll point that out to Glix.
If he points it out, do I start seeing like that I'm doing more work than is necessary because they're starting to catch again?
You definitely see that it's not necessarily doing more work than necessary. It's that unless these coals are handled, this fire is never going to be all the way out.
Gotcha.
Because new ones will pop up again and again.
Lord Ribble, if you can
Baron,
watch,
please.
Oh, I was just using titleage. Baron Ribble. Now I'm distracted because barons are usually lords. Watch, and I'll like where one of them sitting and a smoke has started, I'll stop and I'll point to it as it starts to hop. There's several of whatever those are. Those need to be caught or this building will never stop burning.
Indeed. And he looks at Duke Ekrend. Dame Bluff. Handle this. And Duke's like, but I have, sir. I have. They just don't seem to go out. Do better. And the Duke and Dame both sort of look at your group with almost pleading eyes. And there's several buckets of water in here. They've set up a few. If you wish to help.
Quick pick one up and throw it in the water, knowing full well I'm going to get burned.
Are you going to try to grab one of these things?
I'm going to try to grab one and throw it in a bucket of water.
Oh, please. Roll me athletics. This is basically a grapple.
Yeah, I would look at the Baron. As a show of good faith, we would like to assist in disabling the fires. If you could give us just a few moments.
Sure. And I will say, for your sake, or based on your roll that you rolled for perception and investigation, Elafor, you know that there are 6 of these in this room.
Okay, so my goal is to basically try to knock them as they're leaping away into the water buckets, like
when
with a
they're
weapon or something like that.
Z wants to look and see if they have faces.
Could I try something to help us?
I'm open.
You can't catch it, Glix.
Nope.
And you're open. Yeah, absolutely, Kismet.
Can I cast sleep on these creatures, the 6 pieces of coal?
You could try.
Yeah, I'll try. Do the roll.
What level are you casting it at?
I should hold on to my second level slots, right? Yeah, I'll do it first level.
Okay, roll 5d8. You can just click on it on roll 20. If you just click that 5d8, it'll roll it.
Oh shit, I rolled 2d8, sorry.
Well then, there you
27.
go. 27. All right, so let's see. Sweet. So, Kismet, you see, as y'all take a look a bit around and see where the little smokes are spiraling up from, 5 of them have stopped jumping around. One is still just skippity doodadding, and that's the one that Glix tried to grab. But they are still smoldering. And the Duke and Dame are going to try to throw water on them.
If I may,
Go for it.
maybe put them in the bucket instead of splashing them with water.
Pick them up. That's
That'll
insane.
probably hurt. Right. That's fair. Do what you
He
gotta do.
wants to try to catch the other one.
If once they're stopped, Glix will grab them and toss them in the bucket.
Maybe use like a glove or like something to shield your hand.
I don't really
Uh,
have any
They're
gloves, so
Hot enough to start fires. They gotta do damage probably.
So the
Exactly.
Dame throws a bucket of water on one of these. And you see it jump as the water first hits it and then stop, smolders, and goes out.
I will follow that lead and grab a bucket and hit another one. One of the sleeping ones.
yeah. if I
Make
see
me
that
a
before I grab one-
ranged attack.
They're asleep. Is there advantage to hit?
No. Not in this case.
Okay.
So just straight dex or dex with proficiency.
If you have a ranged weapon, roll your ranged weapon attack. It's the same thing.
Good old 11.
What is it to try to catch the one that's still up?
A dex, no, not dex, athletics check.
Oh, okay. Probably gonna do terrible.
Nope, that's not gonna do it. Let's see. So the first one and the second one are both snuffed by the Duke and Dame. They are ready with their buckets to toss these things out. Alifor, maybe the heat it's too hot, but it just snuffs out your water before it even hits it. Anyone else wants to make a range attacks at these? And Z, you tried to grab one. Actually, you know what? It's contested. So that's going to be a...
I'll grab a bucket and make a ranged attack at one if I see that that's working.
Excellent. Have at it. Glix, Z, you do catch this thing.
You take 10d10 fire damage.
What is that? Laylight.
All of my attack stuff is +5.
plus
I just
5.
grabbed one of my +5s and rolled it.
Yes, yours lands and puts one out. Z, roll me a con saving throw. It is a DC 14.
No.
Can I?
Just
I
like,
can't even.
ow!
Z, you should really learn to not pick up burning things.
Is there a bucket of water nearby? I can just stick it in my hands into. Like, it hurts.
Just put it in a bucket. Why'd you pick it up?
I feel like it's such a Z thing to be like, it hurts and keep holding on to it.
You take 14 fire damage, Z.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
You know what's harder than getting your memories and your lost, stolen stuff back?
Keeping Z from injuring
Keeping Z
themselves.
alive. Yeah.
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 Roll me a ranged attack, Z, if you have one.
I don't. I'm a monk.
Well, then just roll your attack.
I guess my dagger is a ranged attack.
Sure,
Whatever.
roll that. Yep.
20, natural 20.
You
26.
yeet this
Oh.
thing into a bucket.
Slam dunk.
And it goes out instantly. And I'm not gonna make a roll anymore. Y'all basically are able to handle these at this point between all of you just throwing water around. And Green Baron Ribble is just sort of looking over at y'all, especially Yuzi, and just there's a moment where he kind of like does the head cock thing and then just shakes his head as you pick up the burning coals.
Z kind of puts his hand behind his back and is like, I'm fine. And he just sort of sniffs like, it's fine.
Right.
And
And
after putting them to sleep, Kisma doesn't help. She thinks she's done enough to help. But she will walk over to Z and like sling one like arm around his shoulder. And you're like, that was really good. And as she's touching his shoulder, she will cast Cure Wounds on the idiot.
Okay.
10 HP.
He pulls his hand back out from behind his back and flashes them at the Green Baron. See, I'm fine. He just gives Kismet the like secret thanks nod.
She like winks at him and then walks ahead.
And the Baron just turns around and says, excellent job, Duke and Dame. Thank you for your assistance, travelers. Let us continue. And that's actually where we're going to end our session.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Z's going to Z, isn't it? That's how this goes.
Fuck.
Yeah, we've been about 3 hours or so.
What?
Yep.
Why am I expecting this this to be Lord Croak?
Lord Croak.
I'm expecting something.
Or what's his name? The final boss from Super Mario 2 that we're about to
Oh,
go,
yeah.
Wart.
Yes.
Wart.
Thank you. I was like, Lord Croak. No, you got it. Yeah. So thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Thank you for bits, subs, all that jazz. We appreciate it. It's giving advantages to the players. We are keeping those marked off. Those do carry over when they're not used. So the players will have them in the next session. The gifts of the Shadowfell do not reset. So the next, I think 300 bits that comes in will tip us over, and it'll be game time for me. So I'm excited because it might happen right as y'all run
That's
into
when the were unicorn
Bad Lorna.
comes.
Thank you for the follow, Kaz, the DM.
Kaz.
Much appreciated, everybody. And we're going to close out. Again, thank you to everybody who came and hang out with us. We're going to let you know who we are and what we're doing and the things that are coming up for everybody. And so, Andrani.
Oh, shit. Hi, everybody. My name is Andrani. I played Kismet today. You can find me on the internet as @Nonagon_Dice. I'm a handmade dice maker and TTRPG streamer. Around this time next week, I will have my shop update live, and I have some cool dice sets that are going to be up for sale. So if you want to, grab a pretty set of handmade dice, follow me on social media, just @NonagonDice, or sign up for my newsletter on nonagondice.com. And what else? Daisies and Dragons. We stream every Wednesday here on Twitch at 7:30 p.m. IST. I don't know what that is for everybody else, but that is twitch.tv/Daisies and Dragons. Come hang out. We would love to have you there. And y'all on chat. Oh,
Sorry about that, y'all. Streamlabs had a moment. So we're back now. And I believe that Andrani was talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
oh, that's where Daisies and Dragons. We stream every Wednesday here on Twitch at twitch.tv/DaisiesandDragons at 7:30 p.m. IST. We also have a Discord community. You can join us at daisiesanddragons.com/Discord. It's a great place to be, lots of fun games, and it's a wonderful community if you'd like to try other TTRPGs out. And Zero. I miss Zero. I already said that to these guys, but like, I feel a hole in my heart that
We're muted.
Y'all shouldn't be muted. I'm getting, at least it's showing that we have audio. That might be from a few seconds ago where I was muted right when we first came back on. You're good. You should be good. Make sure you're following Zero.
I just wanted to hear Andrani say it all over again.
I'm not gonna do it.
We dropped Zero's links in the chat as well. Make sure you show love to Zero. Zero's dope. Zero's doing cool shit over on his own channel as well. So make sure you're following him and him on Twitter. Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe Perez, otherwise known as Loader on the internet. You can go ahead and find me everywhere at LoaderZJ, LODURZJ. I am an award-winning miniature painter, and if you want to have some really cool stuff that you can display to your friends and say, hey, my stuff's better than yours, you should come find me.
Indeed. Panda.
Hi, I'm Awkwardish Panda. I'm very awkward. I'm roughly panda sized. I stream at Awkwardish Panda here on Twitch 4 days a week, Monday through Thursdays. I have to go correct my schedule again because I have to add all Thursdays back instead of every other. We're crafting this week. We're going to be making a panda. I have a very, very adorable crochet pattern for making stuffies that are pride stuffies, and someone modified it to look like a panda, and the artist actually put out like, here's how you do it, because we thought it was really cool. So we're going to make one of those this week. But that's it. And then next Saturday, I'm going to be over on Gaming Mag's channel at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. That's 1 p.m. Pacific. We are going to be doing a panel of the rising stars who can make it, and we're going to have a good chit chat. And then in the coming weeks, I'm probably going to be over on Gaming Mag's channel a bunch. So
we're still muted. Apparently,
we're still muted.
How are you muted?
I have issue, maybe. I don't know.
Audio.
Yeah, I can't hear us on
coming through.
All the things said no.
Now you have to be awkward and say it again.
It legit says like I'm showing audio output on Streamlabs, so I'm very, very confused. I am changing audio sources. Can y'all hear me? Anybody? Anything? Yeah, I don't know. Red, I guess do it so for the captions and maybe the recording. I don't know. Holy shit. Now you disappeared. Now it's not saying there's audio. Hold up. Try again, Red.
Hello, is it working? Hello. Testing.
It looks like yeah, like it's showing on stream.
Well,
so
we'll find out here in a moment. I'm Red. You can follow me on Twitter if you want. I'm a writer and DM. I also want to let everyone know, if you are following us on Twitter, you may have already seen that Joe here has experienced a whole slew of challenges in his life in the last couple of weeks, from issues with his car to now losing the game shop that he has poured the last several years of his life into very unexpectedly. Thank you, Panda, for sharing the GoFundMe for Joe. This not only will be helping Joe with his vehicle, but I believe the excess is also going to be supporting other expenses related to his loss of income and transition going on with this very, very sudden losing of his job and shop.
The universe has really, really tried to beat up on Joe for the last couple of months, and we're all going to team up and we're fighting back.
Absolutely.
I thank you. I don't feel like I deserve it, but thank you.
You do. You shush with that. Stop it.
Somebody turn his mic off. God.
I have known Joe
This
for
guy.
like the last fucking 15 years. I'm not going. If I was to say the same thing, Joe, you would kick me in my pants. So I'm going to kick you in my pants.
100%.
You are my brother from another mother. You have been one of the kindest people I have met in all of my time playing World of Warcraft. And you know, you're still a friend now, and you absolutely deserve this. You don't deserve what happened to you to make this happen, but you deserve the kindness.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm
I love
gonna
you,
cry
brother.
now.
I
I love
do.
you too.
Yep. And for those of you that don't know, I just want to explain that this is kind of like a double whammy, and that not only is Joe losing something that's very important to him personally in terms of his job and everything, but part of his bigger dream and why he set out to do this in the first place was to create a safe space for people of color, for queer people, for other marginalized people within our community to enjoy games. And Joe has always been working to make our space and the world a better place. So send him some love, whether you have money. Obviously, if you don't have money to share right now, please don't put yourself in a bad financial position. But kind messages, words of support, and other things I know will also
Boost that link if you can, for sure.
yes, make a big difference for Joe. So
Also share it regularly across social media. Make sure everyone you know sees it at least once. At least.
Thank you.
Preferably 10 times.
Also, if you are able to donate and share, like, you know, proof of donation with me, I will randomly pick some people to send out some handmade D20s to. So if you want free
they're
dice,
pretty awesome dice.
yeah, they're very pretty. I know because I made them myself. But yeah, donate, share it with me. I may send you some pretty dice.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm
Thank
me.
you.
Prince, Devils and Dice. That's where you can find me. I'm up to a lot of stuff and things. There's a Hunter show that's coming up. I just started a new show over in Waffle Maple Syrup called Siren's Call. That is in the Alchemy RPG virtual tabletop using their Lore of Bethera book. Do come check that out. I have a lot of stuff going on. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. You're going to see me more on stream this next week. I got some horror games because y'all know that that's what your boy likes to do. It's going to be fun. Check us out. We'll be back next week. Have a wonderful day. We're going to go raid somebody. And we'll see y'all next week. Peace, everybody.
Bye.
And happy Pride as well.
Happy
Happy
Pride.
Pride.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Don't let nobody steal y'all shine. Fuck those people.
Yep.
You deserve love.
Or
and we
don't.
gonna show it to
Please
you.
don't actually do that.
No,
to those
no,
people.
not no, not like that.
I know.
Had to ruin it.
Thanks, Panda.
Look, Zero's not here. Somebody's got to pick up the slack a little bit.
That's true. Award-winning Panda is right as always.
Is Rivals live?
They should be. Let me go look.
Great question.